Hello, skis. It is I, your invisible hand of fate, your King Ginger, your sister's hidden crush, the guy with far too many board games. Welcome to Chaos Scar, where we get together a different group of players every month and go on venture. That's right. If everyone wants to go around the table, tell them who you are, what you do, who you're playing, and a fun fact about the last soda you drank.
All right. Well, I guess I'm first up in the lineup. I'm Chris Show, Lucas Calhoun, sometimes Wreck-It Ralph. Tonight I'm playing Wild Tybalt, the greatest bard in the history of bards. The last soda I drank is probably about to be in an hour. So yeah, once I get ready to have some food, I will probably have a delicious Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ah.
I'm Cassandra, Mrs. King Ginger, maybe. I don't know. I gotta come up with a better nickname, I guess.
What? What? Is there any doubt to our marriage? We got married twice.
We should get
Possibly
married
three
twice.
times if the weather doesn't suck.
I mean, yes, but I don't know. I'm stealing your name by saying Mrs. King Ginger. I'm stealing
I
it.
don't care.
Anyways, I am playing Dianthus, who is a Earth Genasi druid. So she's super fun. I mean, can I talk about the second to the last soda I drank? Because the last soda I drank was an IBC root beer, and that was good. But the one before that was some weird, gross orange cream soda that tasted like it had herbs in it. It was just not good. It was not good. I gave it to Ben. Ben drank it.
Agree to disagree.
So does it come down, Brady Bunch, or does it go over?
We go clockwise.
It comes down.
Yeah.
I'm Elyssa. I am not married to King Ginger. I am playing. Let's find out together. Bantra Knuckle Stamp, who is a gnome ranger. That snort is correct. Yes. And the last soda I drank was probably like a year and a half ago. So let's go with 2 weeks ago. I got peed on.
Fair. It's almost the same.
That's important.
I didn't realize this was a kink podcast, but I'm in.
There's no shame in this dojo.
Not at all. I guess it leads to me. Hello, I'm Zane Riley, professional wrestler, stuntman, and new D&D player. I've DM'd or GM'd far more than ever have played because none of my friends would do it. And so I just had to figure out how. So I never got to play. I only got to DM. I am playing John Senegar, who is a barbarian half-orc who has a long lineage of always being a part of a barbarian family, but he thinks he can go against the grain and thinks he is a rogue, but is not a rogue whatsoever. But he knows you can't see him.
Fair.
Oh, that's real good.
Solid.
So if I suck the rest of the game, at least I got this part nailed down. The last soda I drank was an A&W sugar-free root beer, and also found out it's like my favorite soda. Also found out it just got discontinued. So if you were super into zero sugar A&W root beer, sucks to suck. You fucked up.
I hate when that happens.
It's the worst, man. I don't know what to do.
Last but not least, muted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm muted. I was messing with something on the side and I didn't want to interrupt anybody. I'm Mike or Lexicon or Silverback, depending on at what point you have met me in the last, 4 or 5-ish years. I'm playing Connor, a human storm sorcerer, human variant. And the last soda I drank was a Sprite on the way back from a wedding yesterday.
Oh, nice. Excellent. So this particular group of adventurers have chosen to take a job offered to them by Chindara, who is the priestess of Avandra in Restwall Keep. The request made that you go forth and find some cultists of Torog, the king that crawls, because there's been some insidious activity going on, some kidnappings, which they're pretty sure they just kind of keep it on the slide when they tell you they're pretty sure you're not going to find anybody alive. But they would at least like the families would like some closure, as well as the mere fact within Restwall Keep, you have the Church of Avandra, but you have the more recent occupying military force of the keep is led by a paladin and some forces of the goddess Arathis. So there's a little bit of tension there. The priestess of Arathis or of Avandra feels like she can possibly score some points with the folks of the outer bailey of the keep if she's able to make sure this cult is eliminated. Anything you guys want to do before leaving the keep? Because our game doesn't officially start till we leave.
I learned from the last time Dianthus adventured, and I need to find someone to buy some healing potions from.
Perfect. Why don't you roll me percentile dice, please?
I can do that. That's an 8, not a 10. That would not work as well.
No.
67.
Roll me a d4.
Oh, that's a tiny die. 3.
How much gold do you have?
A lot.
It's going to cost you 20 gold pieces per flask. They have 3 of them.
Okay, I can do that.
Or anyone else want to do anything, look into anything buy anything before leaving the keep?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good.
All right, excellent. So the way we do things, 2 kind of optional rules that I use. The first one is for travel. We use the campsite rules. Very solid little supplement you can get. Makes travel really easy. And since our time is more about the actual adventure rather than the long walk to get there, we're not Lord of the Rings. So we'll use campsite rules. On top of that, we'll use a variation of the Crimson Escalation rules, just as a reminder or new to anyone who hasn't played before. Every round of combat, your crit number drops by 1. So round 1, 20 is a crit. Round 2, 19, 20 is a crit. And it just keeps dropping. That's for you and the monsters. So things can get real nasty real fast. Just something to keep in mind. All right. So when we're doing campfire rules, you'll all get to roll with a skill of your choice, but you just need to tell me how you're utilizing that skill in order to make your travel to your destination easier or safer, whatever you choose. So we'll start with Wild. Wild, what would you like to use?
All right. Let's see here. Where's my character sheet? Here we go. I'm going to use Persuasion.
How are you using Persuasion?
I'm going to. What kind of terrain are we walking in?
It's relatively like you're going to take a road up to a crossroads, and then there's a rough scrub path going through like about a waist tall field, like rough field area. There's a little bit of trees, small clumps of bush, but it's real sparse in between. It looks like maybe this was once farmland.
Okay, sick. I'm going to break out the old trumpet, and I'm going to convince the field to tell us which way we're going.
Ooh. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll me a nature check first?
No, nature check first. That's fine. I could do that. That's a 14.
Okay, you're going to roll at regular then
Okay.
for your performance check.
Fantastic. Oof. 25.
So it's weird, like you're jamming out, And very much like Snow White, you get some love from the local small vermin wildlife, and they seem to kind of be following you in a way where you know if there was some type of outside startling force or if there was something that might come to surprise you that they would scatter. So it's almost like an early warning system you've got going on, made up of small animals.
Fantastic. That's right, baby. Wild Tybalt, greatest bard in the world. You're all welcome.
I'm just gonna clap in the background.
That guy knows what's up.
Dianthus,
That was impressive.
what are you doing? What are you using?
Well, that was slightly stealing my thunder, but I'm just
I
kidding.
was going to say, as the druid, you got to be kind of like, what the absolute fuck?
What kind of terrain is our final destination?
From what you've been told, it's on a river bank. You
Okay.
were told that it's a dilapidated mine that's on the edge of a river, but it hasn't been used in a very long time.
And we're just going to get proof of death, or are we?
You're going to get. You're going
I
to
mean,
get your,
not us. But,
no, you're going to get your murder on.
okay.
Maybe
In
us.
fact, I neglected to show this, so I'm going to show it now. One
Okay.
second, please.
Oh, did you share your sound? I can't hear it, Ben, so I don't think you.
Oh, really? Can't hear it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks. All right. Anyway, it's
There's-
too, it's
Is
too
it?
big a file for where are we? Streamlabs. That's right. I can remember what my name was for a second there. Had a small stroke. Smelled like burnt toast. So what it basically is letting you know that the head priestess, she's paying you to put them to the sword. She wants this cult not just rooted out. She wants them dead. Doesn't matter who's involved. She just wants them gone. They're a high enough risk, especially being that they're worshippers of the king that crawls, that they need to be put down. So now, I'm sorry, Dianthus, you were going to make a skill check.
Yes. Just one side question too. As one of the few people who have like double played, do I get to retain all my knowledge from previous
You do.
adventure?
I know now why it didn't work too, but I'm not going to play it.
There's probably a setting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so knowing that there was the giant burrowing, the
And kegs. They were and kegs last
and
time.
kegs. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name. I was like, I want to call him Bullywug for a second. I was like, that's not right. Knowing that there was and kegs last time, I want to use my animal handling skills to see if I can convince birds to like give me a sign if they see any of that movement in our path.
Okay. Make me a roll.
It's a little bit of a weird thing, but yes, I'm concerned about them. 13.
You do that, but I want you to make me a perception check at advantage, please.
Oh, that was almost a crit. 23.
There's not many birds.
Damn it.
And in fact, Wild, one thing you notice is the further you go along your path, the more the animals just stay behind. They go so far, and then they're like, no more.
Okie dokie. That's probably not good.
All right, Elyssa. I'm sorry, Bantra.
Please. Bantra Knuckle Stamp.
Full name, whole time.
The Bantra Knuckle Stamp.
I can't call you Stamp.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depending
See if
on how
that's
the
right.
bird thing works out. I was gonna go for stealth, but the trumpet kind of stamped all over that. So, can't. But resisting temptation to play this like my chaotic character. No.
Ben says drive it like you stole him. So
Drive it like you stole it. I do
all right.
not promise you will survive.
Does Wild Tybalt have any other instruments on him?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
he is festooned with instruments.
Can I roll sleight of hand to steal one of them?
You can try. So we'll make it. My question to you would be, how does this help your travel?
I would like him to stop playing instruments so that we could get there without attracting the attention of something bigger and hungry.
Okay, I will let you make a sleight of hand check. It'll be a direct against Wild's perception check. So it's
That's
a
fine.
close roll. So you both roll, and whoever gets higher is successful.
Ooh,
Where's my perception? Okay,
it's not going to be a high bar.
13.
5.
So Wild, you feel someone's getting deep in your pockets there.
Well, there's no. It's not really have to get deep in the pockets because, as you all know, Wild Tybalt runs around like a one-man band.
Oh.
I've got the drum in the front and the trumpet. The only thing that's hidden is the secret triangle. But understandable that truly it's understandable that you would want to show up quietly without attracting attention, and I get that. However, let's see here. Cool. They got a. So instead, what's going to happen is I'm just going to tune up the one-man band, and I'm going to make more noise because Wild Tybalt baby. So I gotta. So now I'm just going to fire it all up. I've got the drums, the trumpet, cymbals on the knees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leading the parade, baby.
Perfect. That brings us to John Senegar. He doesn't need a stealth roll because you can't see him.
That's right.
It's true.
So I get advantage in stealth. Yeah. Is there any like higher ground to this? Like maybe a tree to climb, or
you could go further afield off the path and go up to climb up a tree if you want.
I will do that and look for a point of interest with athleticism? Question mark.
Perfect. No, that works for me. I mean, you got to climb the tree anyway. So.
All right. D20 roll. I had oh shit. I had a 10.
You get up the tree. It's
Hell yeah.
It's been a while since you've climbed a tree. You think you get up there and you're kind of looking around, and you actually do see something of interest. Why don't you make me a perception check?
All right.
Is that a one-man band?
you perceive me rocking out in the middle of a field.
All right, and that I had 19 natural.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's that. I don't even know what my ad is.
You
So
look,
19.
You look across this field area. You guys are going north to cut across on this path, but across this field area, you see a figure standing on top of an overturned cart, waving their hands.
How does he see me?
You're not sure they see you. You're pretty sure they just hear you guys.
He can't see me.
You're pretty confident that you are virtually invisible to this person.
Very good. I relay that message to them, and then I climb
Excellent.
down.
Connor.
So having just learned that there's a person trying to get presumably the attention of whoever is playing the music, I would like to try and climb up to where John Senegar was and use my insight to try and determine whether or not this might be a trap.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Make me that roll.
Do I need to roll to climb the tree first, or just insight?
Well, you do.
You know what? Just don't roll. Make an athletics check. Just don't roll below a 5.
Okay. Can I use acrobatics instead of athletics?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, great.
Don't give Benjamin ideas. He'll run
It's an
with it.
18.
You're able to easily scale up that.
I'm
Some of
pretty
it might be
scrawny.
because John Senegar kind of made the path up the tree for you.
Sure.
Show
Yeah,
off.
he's definitely bigger than I am, so I just squeeze right through there. Okay, and then I'm going to do my insight check. That's a natural 1 + 4.
You're like, man, that sure is a person waving their hands over there.
Looks good to me.
Looks great.
I think it's
The low
fine, guys. We
rollers.
should probably try and get over there as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Wait a second. Timmy, is there a person down a well over there?
Uh-huh.
All right. So what would you guys like to do? You realize you can continue upon your path, or you could cut straight across where this person is trying to flag you down. You just won't. It might take you a little longer to actually re-reach the path that you were headed to. It's more of a straight shot, though.
I mean, if we go help whoever that is, you might be able to get a little more gold out of this.
Yep.
But
I'm on board for going to the webbing arm person.
Maybe they'll join the fight.
Maybe they're hosting a birthday party and need some musical accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
It could be true.
a strong possibility, I think.
And a known wrestling celebrity.
You guys make your way across. It's a good 3/4 of a mile, and one of the only reasons you're able to see it is because of the height you were at, and because there's really nothing plant life wise that's taller than your waist. You get closer, and this person plops down. You are very small. It's over your head. My bad.
Right. Be inclusive, please.
Sorry. I'm sizist, apparently.
Yeah.
They plop down, and they just look completely exhausted. As you come through, there's a small clearing where this cart is completely on its side. The door to it is been ripped off to the inside of the cart. You see 3 poles, each about 4 foot tall, pretty big in diameter, probably like 6 inches in diameter. They've been pounded into the ground. 2 of them have holes in front of them. A third has an individual in black robes that have been stained red in some spots, who is attached to the pole by a ankle cuff. It looks about 2 feet of chain. And about a foot in front of them on the ground is a sword, hilt up in front of them. And they appear to be maybe asleep or maybe praying. You're not sure from quite this distance.
How big are the holes?
They're bigger than man size.
Are they pancake size?
Yeah, they're approximately pancake size.
I will make sure while we were traveling, I told everyone that had not seen them already about these holes.
While you're also well aware of those pancakes.
That's right, because we fell down in that hole.
We fell down a hole.
Fell in the hole. Great. Good. All right.
What would you guys like to do?
One more time. What are the chains connected to?
They're connected to these posts. Actually, everyone make me a perception check.
15.
16.
6.
18.
17.
Perfect. Between a 5 and a 10, you see there's some blood on this kind of sandy soil where these holes are, but it appears to be going down and not out. 10 to 15, you see that one of there's another chain attached to one of these poles, and when you kind of get a good look over some of this spilled, kind of pushed out dirt, you see that there's a leg attached from the foot to the knee. Everything else is gone. 16 and above, you also notice there's 2 more swords that have been kind of pushed to the side with this dirt kind of being pushed aside whenever whatever came out. You all also notice as you're getting closer, there is a smell. And that's when you get a good look at the 2 horses, or what's left of them. Both are in pieces, as well as a few other armored individuals who there are just pieces of them as well.
So is there only one living person here?
2. One's chained and one's not.
Waving and another person was chained? Okay.
So you finally get to the clearing area, so you have the best look possible you can. You get a good look, and the cart also. Bantra, sorry.
Is that due to cultists?
Is that due to what?
Cultist.
Good question. Why don't
He
you make
looks
me a-
kind of culty to me.
Why don't you make me a religion check for sure?
Ha ha ha! 11. I think he's a cultist.
If that was
He's
a good
de-
ha ha ha. Or
He's definitely some type of religious figure.
Cultist.
But I mean, who's to say what a cultist is? You can't
all
see
your
his
point of
face. You
view.
can just see his bloody robes. So you're not
Well,
sure.
Bloody
But you
robes
do know
to me.
religious.
It's cultist.
That thing's definitely praying, definitely kind of monk chanting. You can see that there's pock marks all over the cart that look like acid. Like there's been acid sprayed on this cart as well. You can see the other side, and 2 of the wheels have been completely torn off of it and have massive bite marks through them.
Okay, so snack time plus a living cultist.
Mhm.
And a dude. An unrelated dude.
Person on top of the cart pulls their helmet back, and they are a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin cultist?
Not the
Everybody's
person
cultist
chained. This
you?
isn't the person
So-
chained. This is the person on top of the cart is a hobgoblin.
The one that was
Oh,
waving us
no,
down.
I understood. I understood the differentiation. But also,
Okay.
hobgoblin cultist?
That's very hobgoblin racist that you just pulled.
It really is.
Bantra really hates cultists, I think.
Apparently.
Look,
Well-
they just said to take care of cultists.
The hobgoblin looks at you and is trying to talk, but you get a good look at their face and their lips are completely parched. They look incredibly dehydrated. Like maybe they haven't drank it probably over a day. And if they haven't drank, they probably haven't eaten either.
Sounds culty.
So we could maybe, worst case, get some answers from these guys. If because I don't know anything really about religion or anything like that, but I do think that a guy chained to a post in a robe, surrounded by a bunch of probably ankeg holes, is worth finding out a little bit of information.
Or running away.
I suspect that their stories will not agree.
That's a good point as well.
And I think we should assume they are both cultists for expediency.
Are there any do either of these guys have any type of symbols or iconography on them to denote maybe they're different factions or the same faction or something like that?
That's a great question. You can't see any symbols on the rogue figure on their knees. The hobgoblin has a I just want to make sure I have this symbol correct because I always get it confused. One second. They do have a symbol on their armor. It is a black circle with a gold circle in the middle with a red clawed hand in the middle of that.
That doesn't look good.
Do
You
any
hear
know what that is?
Water.
If we have a water skin in our inventory, does that assume that there is water in said skin?
Yes. Yes.
Don't hydrate the cultist.
We could get some answers out of him if maybe.
I'll rip his arms off.
That's
I think that would be a
also
good place to start.
You recognize it
Let's
is
save
a
that.
she.
To what?
Oh, sorry, it's a she. My apologies.
I'll
Excuse
rip
me,
their
ma'am.
arms off.
Yeah, I'll rip
Yes.
their arms off.
Rip her arms off.
We can just
can't
keep that in
assume
the
gender.
tank.
Water.
I give that guy some water, or that lady some water.
If you're going to give the lady water, you have to give the cultist chained to the post water.
She drinks some of it and coughs and spits, and you can see there's some blood coming out of her mouth. Make me an insight check.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to
And boom.
talk to the other guy.
Look up.
That is a 18.
Ooh.
You notice that when she pulls the water skin up to her mouth, her armor has been pinched through on 2 sides, and she's got a gaping wound on both sides. It's been packed full of cloth, but it's just red and it's oozing a little bit. So even if she wanted to fight you, you've got the idea that it's not going to be a fight.
What did this to you?
She coughs a little bit more, and she says, "And Cake, we were following up on a bounty, and it didn't specify dead or alive. So we brought them out here and gave them opportunity for a fair death." Make me a history check, John.
This is what I'm talking about. We should just assume they're cultists and proceed from there.
While you made that check, Banter, you want to talk to the robed person that's changed?
Yeah, I want to get the other side of the story so that we can compare details and see which one is totally less believable.
Make me an inside check first.
Oh. Okay. 11.
You notice when you get closer that while it looks like both their hands are kind of, like they'll be praying like this,
Mhm.
there's actually only one hand, and it's between their legs, keeping them on their knees from falling forward. And it looks like their other hand is back towards where their ankle is.
Oh, he's trying to get out of his
You're not
His
sure, but there's definitely
ankle
motion
cuff.
back there.
ankle cuff situation.
What would you like to do?
Can he reach a weapon?
They have these weapons look like they were put in the ground on purpose to be reachable. And that's when you hear her. What'd you get on your history check, John? Did you say 16? Did you want your history
I'm
check?
sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm John.
I honestly thought you froze for a second.
I forgot my name was John.
You're so invisible you couldn't even see yourself.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself.
It's got to be an occupational hazard.
I got a 16.
You kind of look at the situation, and your tribe has done enough, we'll call it business, with hobgoblins. You realize that's what they mean by an honorable death. If they take a prisoner, they're not just going to kill him. They're going to post him. They're going to put a sword about a foot in front of him and say, "You want to fight? You win. You live. You don't live. That's it. You're done." That's their idea of kind of the only way. They don't feel the need just to slit your throat. They're going to make you work for it.
Okay.
So this is definitely something you've seen the aftermath of before. I'm assuming you're going to kind of let everybody know what that is.
Yeah.
So that way, Banter, you
Relay
now
that
know,
message.
why that sword is out in front of this particular individual.
Well, sure, that's what he says.
So she says, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sure, that's what she says. If you're just going to believe the story from the person that you first talked to, what does this person who's clearly trying to escape their confines of bondage have to say, especially since the rest of their compatriots appear to be missing and or dismembered?
You see she starts to look like she's going to scoot off of the overturned cart, and she stops, like looks at the ground and scoots back, and she says, "Remove the hood and you'll see."
Okay. I'll remove the hood and see.
This person has almost bitten their full tongue off. Their mouth is just dripping blood. They've got a symbol burned into their forehead, and they
that
look
doesn't
up at you with just like wild eyes. Make me a history check on the symbol. Or religion check. I'll let you choose. And you can
No
all
need.
make this check.
It looks culty, and I'm happy to proceed with that level of knowledge.
I'll do history just to see if I've seen it somewhere. I don't think Connor would ever have done any reading or anything about it. Nope,
15.
that's a 4.
I got a 15.
You're like, oh, that doesn't look good. Someone should check that out. It looks infected. What'd you get, Bantra?
15. Religion.
It's Torog. It's a symbol of the king that crawls.
Oh, good. Look, everyone. I told you
And
one of these
that's
people would
when
be
they
a
bite
cultist.
their tongue off and
Oh,
spit it
son of a-
into the ground.
You had to be all gross.
That seems
They
bad.
look up at
I
you
couldn't
and
get
they're
the
just
clean
mouthing
cultist.
words. I want you all to make me a perception check.
Oh no.
I came all the way out here,
Nope.
and now you're bleeding and mouthing words at me.
7,
Yeah.
15.
15.
13.
13,
16.
16.
11.
Bantra, 11. Okay. So, Bantra and Connor, you're kind of
I'm so grossed out.
a little bit surprised. I mean, a little bit kind of like taken off guard. So I want you both to make me dex saving throws at advantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
$11.
20.
Okay, you're both fine. You managed to kind of right yourselves.
Right. Great.
While John and Dianthus, you more hear it before you feel it. It feels like a tiny rumble. But then it feels less like a tiny rumble, and then it feels like thousands of tiny feet moving in unison beneath your feet, scuttling along, loosening the ground above you. You can actually see dirt sliding in the holes that have been created, and you hear the hobgoblin say, "Get on the cart!" And she puts her hand out to help you.
Nobody told me these were bug cultists.
Make me a religion check.
Oh. No, I'm getting on the cart. This is not the time for religion
You can
checks. This
do
is the
both.
time
I'm
for
assuming
getting
your
on the cart.
character. I'm
I'll make
assuming
the
Bantra
check.
can multitask.
I'll make the check after I'm safe on the cart.
You can all make me just make me an acrobatics or athletics check, and then you can all make me just a religion check
23 from acrobatics.
easily.
17 athletic.
Easy.
17 athletics.
Easy.
8 athletics.
Not so
7.
easy. 7. All right, here we go.
Right.
Good times.
Good. Good.
Because Bantra, you've been such a shit to this lady. She reaches out and she grabs Wild's hand.
Rude.
And Wild, I'll let you roll another time. Consider this an advantage roll.
Great. You know what? I'm always here for my fans, and I appreciate it. Good. I was mildly better. I got a 9. Great.
So you're like ass hanging out, feet dangling, as she's trying to pull all of your band equipment with you attached up on top of this overturned cart. Bantra, what would you like to do? Because this situation is feeling very bad to you.
It does feel very bad. I'm not really sorry about how I treated her because I think it's important to hear both sides of the issue. So, if we're looking for me to be repentant, that's not
Nope.
going to be what's happened.
I don't anticipate it, so I'm not asking for it.
That was an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Can I make an athletics check?
You can make one. Yeah, you know what? I'll just let you make one.
Oh, that was much better at a 19.
You're able to
Please let me
scurry up.
crawl up the band.
You're able to scurry up one of the parts of a wheel, so you're not fully on the back of the cart, but you're up enough where you're not on the ground. And that's when you see these 2 holes erupt with ant kegs, but they're ant kegs about the size of a small dog. They are pretty much broodlings, but they don't appear to be coming to where you are, nor to the person on the ground. Everyone can make me an insight check on this.
13.
9.
7.
10.
Banter, what did you get?
18.
18. So you screw up. Everyone else is like, what in the fuck?
Well, that's because I'm closer to the ground. So clearly,
And
I'm
you
getting
look
a
over
better look.
you look over back the way you come, and that's when you see 2 fins pop out of the ground, moving in parallel fashion to where this is to each other and moving towards where this swarm is coming out.
But like shark fins coming out of the desert, like Jaws in the sand situation.
Make me a nature
Sand
check.
sharks.
That's also an 18.
You are very aware of a monstrosity known as a boulet. They're basically burrowing sharks.
I hate monstrosities. They're my favorite
Wild and
enemy.
Dianthus, please make me a history check.
Let's kill it. I
Hey,
want
I've
to
got
kill
that.
that more than the cultist.
12.
Another 10. Boy.
That's
Wow,
I've still got that book about raising bullets, don't I?
You do have that book.
Yeah, great.
You also vaguely remember something called Old Gem Crust, like being mentioned before.
Oh, that's right.
Dianthus, you distinctly remember that a absolutely massive boulet whose outer skin is encrusted with gems uses this area as hunting ground and breeding ground every 4 years, 5 years, and that has been a pain in the ass to locals for as long as anyone can remember. Now, you also recognize there's no gems encrusted on these two dorsal fins that are up out of the ground. And that's when we're going to all roll initiative.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Oh, now you roll well dice? Thanks.
That's okay. I wrote badly on your
Do
behalf.
you want us to just tell you, Ben?
I will type it in the chat. So
Oh, okay.
Great.
And as per usual, I forgot I need dice for this game.
that could be important, but you know,
Every time we play online, I'm like, what do I need for this? Oh, yeah, dice. I think I'm too used to playing Powered by the Apocalypse stuff where I don't have to roll anything. All right. Connor, John, who's got the better dexterity?
I've got a 15.
He does.
what's the bonus? What's the bonus? The
Oh, +2.
Yeah.
plus 2.
+1.
So it looks like it's going to be Connor.
Bandra, what? Oh, you got 6.
Just rub it in one
Oh, no. It's going to be
Wild.
Wild. Wild.
I also got a 19.
Who's got a better dex?
My dex is only a +1.
Jesus Christ. Mine's +5.
Oh, good Lord.
You'll go first.
Connor.
I'll write it all in order on.
Oh, you'll do it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks. Thank you. I'm going to roll initiative. I'm going to go in a massive 15.
15.
15.
What do you
And
want?
just, I'm going to do everything at 15. Everything that I'm utilizing. I'll just
What do you want it typed in as?
Just put GM on it. It's fine. Because I'll just utilize all my stuff at that score.
Oh, secrets.
Hey,
Just kidding.
back off. All right. You are up, Wild. No. Yeah, you're up, Wild.
All right, let's see here. Well, don't really have a whole heck of a lot. I don't really have a whole heck of a lot that's going to be super helpful right off the bat.
So,
see here.
kind of to recap, you've got swarming, broodling inkigs, and you've got boulets on the other side. You've got a cultist on their knees chanting now loudly with no tongue, and the rest of you are on top of this overturned cart.
Great. Love everything about this. This is delightful. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to cast Charm Person on the cultist on their knees.
What's the save throw for that? Because I'm believing it's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, wisdom. DC is 14.
Probably help if I rolled not on dice. Got a 17 with no modifier. So
Yep.
he doesn't even stop. It's just this hoarse, blood-spitting chanting. The only word you really understand is Torog, and it keeps
Great.
coming out over and over again, which also makes you take note that none of these inkegs are actually attacking him.
Okay. Super interesting. Second thing I'm going to do is I'll take a quick bonus action to clap old John Senegar on the back and be like, "Hey man, listen, remember who you are. Don't fuck it up, okay?" And his name is John Cena. Hit him with a little blast from my trumpet. Now you've got some bardic inspiration, my guy.
Right on.
All right. Dianthus, you're up.
Okay, so what are the little things doing? Are they just like in one spot?
They kind of flowed out, and now they're kind of half circling around this cultist, and they're chittering like mad.
Do I know if Boulets are smart?
You know they're animals. You know, as far as like they have the intelligence of an animal.
I'm trying to decide if I don't want to waste one of my 2 spells on animal friendship.
They're not beasts, so it wouldn't work. You do know they're monstrosities.
Oh, are they monstrosities? Damn it.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
so you know ankegs are as well.
It's fine. So if where I'm at on the cart, how far away is the cultist from me?
The cultist is only about 5 feet away if you leap down. The boulets are closing quickly.
Well, I don't want to save him. I want to kill him. So.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for it.
But I don't necessarily want to jump down.
Probably not the best idea.
So is he within distance of like I can crack him in the head with my staff?
No.
No. Oh, well, fine. I'll just use my tiny little sling and it won't be fun at all. It won't be fun. It really won't be fun because that was a 9.
No, you sling it off and it whacks into one of the broodlings on their carapace. And they just kind of scutter around.
I'm off to a terrible start.
Their many-faceted eyes to where you are standing on top of this overturned.
Really?
Can I duck down?
Prone. He's prone and a 9 didn't hit.
Oh wait,
man,
is he prone?
He's chained. He can't get up.
He can get up.
Well, yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean I didn't swing it wide.
I'll give you advantage on that. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
That's fair.
And he's bleeding profusely from the mouth.
That one would be a 19.
That's a hit.
Yeah, it's only a D4 though, so 4 damage.
Oh, also, all of you have an inspiration to start off with. I don't know if I told you that or not. 4 damage. You brain him, and he falls sideways into one of the holes, and you can just see his little legs kicking. And then you see his one foot slide. It's all bloody from where he's been rubbing the chain raw on his foot. He slips and falls into the hole.
Man, cultists.
See you later.
Gross.
Who is up next? Is that?
I think it's me.
Connor, you're up.
Yeah. So the belays can. Is there enough of them above ground for me to target them with the spell?
There you can see them. You have eye contact.
Oh, okay.
Because you can see their fins. They're closing quickly. They were within 30 feet when they popped.
Within 30 feet. Okay. I am going to hold up my right hand. My eyes are going to turn like an electric blue, and my whole arm is going to be covered in this sort of thin layer of frost, and I'm going to cast a ray of frost at the nearest of the 2 belays. That will be a 19.
That's definitely a hit.
Okay. So that's going to be 1d8, and then it also has its movement speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. That's just going to be 1 point of frost damage.
Okay. You see like a blast of wind hit this fin, and this ice coating to the point where it's pulling back, and it kind of veers a little bit off its straight line path and slows in not staying in pace with the other Boule who's traveling full bore. Which brings us to John Senegar.
All right. I am going to pull a javelin. And that's a javelin in the common sense, right? Just a
Yep.
like throwable item.
Yeah, it's about they're like
All right.
that big.
I'm going to pull a javelin down the hill that says hustle, loyalty, and respect. And I'm going to throw it at the fin that he just hit with frost damage.
Oh,
And that
fire
will
away.
be D20 plus. Is it an 18?
18. Yeah, it hits. You're
Great.
shooting for 17 as the AC. I'll just let you guys know.
Okay. That is a D6 plus 3. And that's going to be for 6 damage.
It spears right through it. Actually, it takes the tip of the fin right off, and kind of goes flying backwards and barely misses the now coming up tail fin. And again, you can just see kind of you break through that ice and just blood starts coming out the side of this fin. Who we got? I believe we are. Yep. Okay. So, the hobgoblin, she takes an axe off the ground and she drains the rest of your water. She throws it down and she starts chopping into the side of the cart. It's not open where she can get in from where she's at. There's a door, but it's on the outside. She's not even willing to climb out to that. At that same time, the Ankegs start making their way to the cart very, very carefully. They seem to be slightly trepidatious about going full bore on this thing. The Boule who took the damage veers off and seems to be circling around. The Boule who's undamaged breaches. They come flying out of the ground, and you get a good look at just how big this thing is. For modern standards, it's the size of a car. And it comes flying out, and I want you all to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry, you can make a strength or a dex. My bad.
I've got a 9. I'd like to use my inspiration.
Go right ahead.
14.
Okay, that's
14?
way better. That's an 18.
Crit fail.
Oh!
Oh no!
Use your inspiration.
Yeah, I'm going to
Use
use this
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And that means I can do, what do I add to
You
that, or
can
do I
just
get to reroll?
you can re-roll. So
Thank
the
God.
way I use inspiration is you can spin it to re-roll. You
Mhm.
can spin it to make me re-roll, or if you're in combat, you can spin it and basically take another turn.
Great. So I will re-roll, and that will be that's much better. Well, it's better. 13.
Okay.
That's better
Also,
than a crit fail.
On strength. Yeah.
Also, I was going to say something like, never mind. I'll figure it out as we go. All right. Dianthus.
I got a 21 strength.
Okay. Wild will just say we'll retcon it when he gets back. All the rest of you, no one got over a 16. So
I got an 18.
you did. Oh, that's right. You did get 18. Okay. So the rest of you take a tumble. As this thing free willies over you and then smashes into the ground.
Rude.
Causing the cart to actually break and spill everyone out. So you're going to take a total of 4 bludgeoning damage, and you'll land prone on the ground.
Except for myself, correct? Okay.
Dianthus and yourself are fine.
Okay. If you think that this is too late to mention, that's totally fine. But I have the elemental adept cold feat as a variant human, so my 1 damage on all cold things automatically is counted as 2. So
Okay,
I did 2
perfect.
points of frost damage instead of 1.
Chris, or excuse me, Wild, make a strength or dex. I'll let you choose saving throw, please.
All right, can do. Let's see here. My dex save was 16.
You saved. So what happens is this Boule breaches, it free willies over your cart, and all of you then submerges again into the ground, but causes such a large shockwave, it actually breaks the cart and sends some of you scattering to the ground. Dianthus, Wild and Connor are still on the cart. The Hobgoblin, John, and Bantra all are on the ground prone.
Nice. I'm in like a cool surfer pose.
Which makes full sense to me as the Misfits play in the background right now. So that brings us to the top of the pop.
No, it doesn't.
Oh no, Banter, sorry. You want to use your action to get up and
Got one left.
your movement, yeah.
I would like to not end the turn prone on the ground with the beasties. Correct.
This is fair.
Do I have to use my whole movement to get up, or can I get up and
Movement
climb?
to get up, but you still have your action.
I can't climb back on the cart.
You can use your action to climb.
I would like to climb and be back on the cart with the cool kids.
Cool.
What do I need to make a
me
check?
I'll let you choose athletics or acrobatics.
What's acrobatics are way up there? Oh, that was very kind. 19.
You're easily able to scurry up and this time get a better foothold.
Yeah.
All right, so we go back to the top of the pop, which is going to be wild. Remember, crits are now 19s and 20s.
All right, fantastic. So let's see. We've got the Boulette just free willy over us and went right back underground.
The one that was undamaged did. The one that was damaged is circling around to come at you from another angle.
Fantastic, delightful. Love everything about this. Let's see here. Boy, as a truly not combat-oriented character, let's see. I can... All right, so I don't know how this is going to work, but let's find out. How far away is the Boulette that's circling back around to us?
It'll get to this round. It's about 15 feet away from coming from the side.
Delightful. We're going to give old boy a shot of hideous laughter.
Ooh.
That is a wisdom wisdom 14 save.
Yeah, it does not save.
Fantastic. Here we go. So normally what happens, obviously, breaks into hysterical laughter. But because the Boulette is responding to the greatest bard in all the land, the one-man band himself, Wild Tybalt, instead, whatever passes for a standing ovation applause from the Boulette is how it comes about.
Perfect. So it stops its charge, it breaches, and it sounds like when a dump truck drops a load of gravel, and you're thinking that must be a laugh.
Yep.
And he uses its two front claws and like a seal.
That's right.
And then you
That's
get the.
Wild Tybalt, greatest bard in the land, cross-species appeal, baby.
And then it starts to eye you hungrily again.
It's fine. It's fine.
It works.
I gotta wave of bouncers and meat shields in front of me. So
There you go. Dianthus, you're up next.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, how far away is the big one now? The Boulette?
The Boulette, you are seeing its back end go underground in front of you. It's within probably 5 to 10 feet.
Okay, but the little things are still there.
Oh yeah, they've scattered a little bit, but now they're moving towards you.
Oogie doogie. I have a hard time whenever we talk about boulets. I picture Will Ferrell going goulet. So I just want to say
It makes
boulets
sense.
like that. Boulet. I am going to use a cantrip and cast Thorn Whip. So I create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns, and I am going to attack the nearest. What's the little one again?
They're Ankeg swarmlings or something like that. They're Ankeg broodlings.
Broodlings. That was the word you used. I am going to attack a broodling. It has a 30-foot range, so
Yeah,
I can get
easily
whatever
done.
one is there. That would be what's that? 14.
You hit it, and when you do, you snap back on your whip and you take the head of it right off.
Oh, I don't even have to roll damage.
No, I'll let you guys know. I'm using the minion mechanics from 4th edition for some of this stuff, so they're just one-hit monsters.
We'll score. Okay.
Cassandra, I think you have another career opportunity if this whole adventure thing doesn't work out.
I'm too bad I didn't bring a bag big enough to put the head in.
Connor, you are up.
Okay, so there's two of the bulays still. One of them's like circling around like behind us. He says about 15 feet away, right?
That's the one that breached, clapped, or laughed, clapped, and now is probably just going to charge its way there on the ground like an angry rhino.
And that's different than the one that I froze a little
That's
bit.
the same one you did.
Same one, okay. And what about the one? And then that one is different than the one that John smashed. Okay.
No, John
No,
and you
we
both
did
hit
the
the
same
same
one.
one.
Oh, okay. So we've all been just piling onto the same guy. Okay, great. Let's see. You said it's like 15 feet away from us.
Approximately. I mean, if
Okay.
you want to do something that's a little questionable, just let me know what it is, and we'll figure
Well,
it
I'm
out.
just trying to make it. I'm making a very quick judgment call here. Kind of a gamble. Okay, I'm gonna do something that I think will be cool, and I hope this kind of sets up the people who are on the ground a little bit to keep wailing on this guy.
If it helps, while this boulet is giving me a standing ovation, he does count as technically being prone. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely within the. I'll give it the same time frame.
Okay.
Around 5 seconds. So.
Then I am going to a crack, like kind of lightning sort of just crackled on my arm and into my hand forms a whip, and I'm going to cast lightning lure. I'm going to reach out and crack at the boulet with the lightning lure and try and pull it 10 feet in.
Ooh.
So that like John and whoever else is on the ground can like melee attack it on their next turns. It's a strength saving throw for the boulet.
I rolled pretty well. 22.
That's definitely gonna beat the saving throw. I think it just. Yeah, if it succeeds on the saving throw, it's fine. Nothing happens. Okay.
Fair.
All right.
I believe that brings us to John. John, I want you to make me a perception check while you're on the ground.
It's gonna be in 21.
Beside you, where the cart is split apart, there looks to be like a foot locker, but it's been spilled open, and there are a number of items that have spilled out of them onto the ground. You see a couple potions, you see a belt, you see what looks like a boomerang, you see a pretty large knife, you see a necklace made of teeth, and you see what look to be some very specific round glass bottles. They have like a little plug on top.
Put the belt on without checking. What it is. Just put it on, get the necklace of teeth. What could that sounds like a great
Start putting
idea.
everything on.
Yeah.
You can take your turn to put on as much stuff as you want.
But I'll still be down, correct?
You could use your move to get up and your action to
dress up.
To grab roll me a D4.
Well, but this stuff's not going anywhere if I don't grab it right this second.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
You'd be able to put on one thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my action to get up.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm gonna rage because I should have already done that, but I did not. How far away is this sand shark car from me?
The one that flew over you guys is
the one that knocked me prone.
Yeah, he's about 10 feet she's about 10 feet and going down, like tunneling into the ground. It's a big enough hole that you could run right after her if you wanted.
But did I use all my movement to
you can change so you can always use an action to change down to a move. So you use
Gotcha.
your move to get up, and you can make your
So I can just
attack
grab it
action
and just
move
not
action.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's try to grab this thing by its tail and not let it go.
It's a strength. It would be a strength versus
Yeah.
strength.
Let's see what happens. Well, that's not good.
All right.
Um,
Well, I'll make my strength check. You never know.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys. I give inspiration based on just rule of cool and good role playing, and I would give you an inspiration for that. That's some
Well,
ballsy stuff.
so
So you have an inspiration if you want
I
it.
also have bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah,
Also, if you're raging, I think you get advantage on strike checks, right?
you do.
Even
Yeah.
better. So
And I
we'll do
rolled
another
real
one.
poorly.
So
I
the
rolled
first
real
one was
bad.
the first one was a 14.
Yep, you don't use your bardic inspiration. I
You
rolled
dick.
a 2. So
Great. So
So
I
this thing
grab.
starts to go, and you just grab onto the back, dig your feet into that hole, and pull back, and you can see 4 clawed feet just doggy paddling in this soft dirt.
And as I do it, I scream, "Sneak attack!" Stab it in.
Perfect. And you still have your inspiration because you didn't need to use it. At that point, I believe this goes to our hobgoblin, who I believe I gave a name to at some point. Now I want to know what the name was. Batu, which is really close to Bantra, but so Batu, she rolls over, she uses her move action to crawl over, and she starts putting on some of this equipment. She managed to get 2 pieces of equipment on. One of those looks to be a bear trap.
She's wearing a bear trap.
Well, not wearing it, but she's able to grab it to equip it. There's 2 of them. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. My apologies. There's 2 very intricately designed looking bear traps, except for rather than kind of having the classic jaws of a bear trap, the jaws are intricately carved, and they're made to look like the maw of a bugbear. So she's got one of those, got the chain on it, and she's prepping that to be used, it looks like. The Boule who's grabbed is going to try to break free, so we are in another strength versus strength. You're still advantage on that because you're raging.
Got a 12 and a 5. 12.
You already beat me with the 12. I'm rolling real bad with this dice all of a sudden. The other Boule that got attempted to be lightning whipped just comes up, opens jaws, and is going to charge into where Connor and Wild are on the cart.
Well, they've got to do another wisdom check to get out of hideous laughter, correct?
If they failed it, is it ongoing? I can never remember.
Yeah, I think it lasts for a minute.
It's on. Yeah, it's ongoing for it'll be the next. Yeah,
and I have to make it at the end of my turn, so they don't get to charge at all.
Right.
And I failed anyway. I rolled really poorly with a different dice.
It's a really good joke.
It was excellent. The broodlings are going to swarm into place now. So everybody is going to get a couple broodlings. Everyone is going to get, in fact.
There was more than 2?
It's a swarm of there's boulets and there's broodlings. Everybody's going to get 4 broodlings. So they're little guys, but they Wild does a 9 or a 14 hit.
14. My AC is 14. So does tie go to the defender or the attacker?
Goes to the attacker.
Okay. Yep.
You take 2 acid damage.
Ow, son of a bitch.
And then your other 2 are both misses. Dianthus. Those are both misses. I know that. Does a 15 hit.
Yes.
You take 1 acid damage. Bantra.
Mm-hmm.
Does 14 hit.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 acid damage.
Mm.
John Senegar. You take no damage.
Yeah.
Connor, 17, I'm pretty sure hits you.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure my other 3 rolls don't get close.
What did you get?
I got an 11 and I got a 12.
12
And then
hits.
My other one was lower than that.
12 hits me.
You take 3 points of acid damage.
Ben says it's like he forgets we're all level 1.
Hey, remember what I said about
I'm a
this.
sorcerer. I'm squishy.
Yeah, doesn't mean you're going to survive. I will tell you, boulets are challenge rating 5. So that's my complete turn. The other boulet is still in the clutches of John. John, when you were getting attacked, they're like literally swarming in the hole behind you. So as you're like grabbing this thing, these things are chomping with their acid-laden maws at you.
In the hole, or are they
In the hole.
Okay.
Banter,
All right.
you're up. You're deep in that hole.
I'm not deep in the hole.
No, John is, and it's getting deeper.
I believe when we left me, I actually got back on top of the cart.
You are on
Yes.
top of the cart.
And now I'm surrounded by broodlings.
Yeah, the broodlings are swarming over this cart.
All right, sizest. Can I hit them with melee, or do I have to pull out?
You're totally in melee range.
Okay. So 2-weapon fighting, because I'm a fancy ranger. So we'll use 1 short sword, and I'm guessing a 10 doesn't hit you, which is
10
a
is
load of
exactly
crap.
what you need for a broodling.
Oh, okay. And so that's 4 damage for the one
Yeah.
dude, and then
We're
we'll
using
use
2 swords. You're using 2 swords, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other one, I rolled an 8, so that's going to be a 12.
Hit. So you stand up and you've got both weapons, and the first one chomps at your leg, and you just take the head off. And when the second one comes, you stab all the way through, kind of clink into the remains of the cart, and they just both collapse, and little pools of acid start eating at the cart.
Wait, what? They're eating at the cart?
No, their saliva is acid, so they're just like their oozy mouth holes are dripping acid onto the cart.
That's
Don't like
probably
how you said mouth holes.
That's probably suboptimal.
Maybe, I mean, you know.
But that was my bonus. I guess, can I use a move action to like nudge the corpses off the cart?
You can. I'll let you knock them off the cart.
So that my part of the cart isn't gonna fall over anytime soon. Anyway, and a heads up, everyone else. So their acid aliens situation with the acid, no bueno. And turn.
All right, Wild, you are up. We are now in 18, 19, 20 crit range.
Fantastic. Let's see. So I've got 4 of these little idiots in front of me. Okay.
Please, future fans.
Fair. These ungrateful bastards who don't appreciate true genius when they see it.
Right.
All right, great, fantastic.
Internet critics.
Great. Swarmed by acidic Twitter users. Well, as much as I would absolutely love to just thunder wave and clear the entire, clear everything, I feel like that is probably disadvantageous for everybody who's not me.
You could say that.
So I won't do that. I don't really have a lot of options here outside of, I guess, just trying to. Crap, man. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this. Let's see if we can pull this off. I'm going to use dancing lights. I'm going to use dancing lights and let this take the form of pyrotechnics for my performance. And as a cantrip, it creates 4 torch-sized lights that are anywhere within range. And since it worked so well in the bullywugs last time, I'm going to put it directly in front of the faces of these little idiots that are attacking me to blind them and try to make it harder for them to hit me.
I'll make a wisdom saving throw for blindness and roll real bad. So yeah, they are all kind of flash blinded by this.
Great, fantastic. And I don't really have. I could probably take an attack action to start to like kick them off the cart. So I guess that's pretty much all I can do right there.
All right. Excellent. Let's see here. I can never remember who's next. That would be Dianthus.
I honestly also debated using Thunderwave.
There are spots where you can use it. I mean, I just wouldn't center it on the hole that John is in or the cart that you're all precariously standing on. Remember, it's a cube, and you can decide where the cube starts and ends.
No, I know. I have 2 spells, and we haven't even gone where we need to go. So I was like, oh, this might be a bad idea. So
I'm
I have-
on the same boat.
yeah,
I feel you.
I don't have anything to do like any clear room effect without it being a spell. So there is 4 little broodlings on me.
Well, there's a whole bunch, but yeah, just 4 that you can actually swing on effectively.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing my mace at the closest one to me.
Okay.
It's my best action. Oh, that's a 12.
That hits. Only need a 10 for a broodling. And you squish it.
Squish it with a 4.
Yep. Deader than Dillinger. You crush it beneath your mace and kind of shake the acid off of the mace as the body kind of falls off the cart. Anything else you want to do in a move action or anything like that?
Well, if I move off the cart, it doesn't get any better.
No, not really.
Is there a higher ground on the cart?
Not unless you want to climb on somebody.
I'm doing it.
I think I'm bigger than Bandra, so I don't think that'll work.
Put me on your shoulders.
I'm only 5'8". It's fine. You could do it. You're strong enough. No, that's it. Unfortunately.
Okay. That brings us to Connor.
Can I see the Boulet in the hole with John?
You can see John's massive back, and you can kind of see the shape of the Boulet in front of him, and then you just see not even this is clear because the tunnel's also got broodlings all over it.
Okay.
Going back.
I have a really stupid idea for my turn, so if you want to do something elsewhere, that would be fine.
Okay. And then the Ankeg broodlings, what's the sort of general situation just looking around?
They're swarmed over this cart. Think of like ants swarming a larger insect. This is kind of what it looks like right now.
I am going to use a spell slot. I'm going to cast Thunderwave in one of those spots that you were talking about where it looks like I could cast it without hitting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
If it's possible, I'd like to hit a Boulet as well, but if not, I'll take just a bunch of Ankegs.
To hit, unless you have spell sculpting to hit the Boulet that John has a hold of, it's going to hit him. And
right.
You can hit it. You can center it over where the other Boulet is.
Yep.
But you're not going to get very many broodlings.
Okay. Well, I'll get a couple of broodlings, like a few of them.
Let's say you can get 5 broodlings.
Hey, everybody! Real quick, I have an idea and a plan. It might be terrible, but when you get a chance, everybody kind of move to like the general area that old Stampy and Dianthus are at. Please, just
everybody shift.
Okay.
I mean, Senegar, obviously you're not listening to me because I know you're in the middle of attitude adjusting this monster.
You don't know where I'm at. You can't see me.
Sure, everybody else, please.
All right, well, that will, I guess, sort of cement what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and hit the Boulet and then however many broodlings you'll let me with a Thunder Wave.
Perfect. Give me that. I'm assuming I have to.
It's a con saving throw. 14.
Well, the broodlings are going to roll real bad in this because their con sucks. I rolled a 13. They have a con no bonus, so
they fail.
That is a full fail. The Boulet's got a great con bonus. 18.
Yeah, that'll pass. Okay. So I guess it's 2d8. Let me see if it does half.
Don't worry about those 5 broodling. They're acid mist in the air.
Okay. It does take the Boulet will take half damage.
Yeah.
That's 3 points of damage, halved from 6. And then as a bonus action, where is it? I am going to use my tempestuous magic feature, and I am going, as I cast a first level spell slot or higher, it allows me to fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
Ooh,
So I'm going to fly to where Wild has suggested we all stand
perfect.
as I cast Thunderwave. So I'll clap my hands and it sends out this giant shockwave of thunderous noise. And as it does, I kind of like step back and glide back like 10 feet.
The boule like just peppered with acid droplets from this smear of broodlings you just evaporated, and it kind of, the thunder wave doesn't knock it backwards, but it knocks it like reared up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a little bit there. I believe we are to John.
All right, first question to get an idea of this layout. So there is the car shark.
Yep.
There's me,
Mhm.
and then is it directly behind me? Do the other four occupy the same area?
Yes, they're occupying the space, like they would be occupying the 5 feet behind you, basically. You're kind of sandwiched between
Please,
two things.
please,
Fantastic.
Please tell me.
So this is all going to be based on how cool you're going to be about this.
I try to be pretty cool about it.
So I would argue that I have this thing grappled.
Yes, I would
in
agree
front
with
of
you.
me.
You've defeated on 2 strength checks. You've definitely got it grappled.
So I am going to take my grapple. I'm going to then rip up and arch back, sending this thing over my head in a German suplex, into which will smash down on all of the ones
Yes.
occupying behind me.
Yes, all the yeses in the world. Give me a strength check.
Can I
With
just give my
advantage.
inspiration to him
With
for
advantage.
that to succeed?
That is going to be a what is our crit?
18, 19, 20.
Fuck. Okay, so I have a dirty 20.
Easily done. Yeah, even with it digging in, it doesn't have the momentum to pull. You've dead stopped it and you deadlift it up, launch it back. It smashes its head against the roof of this tunnel it's creating, and it just causes a kind of a rift through the top as it goes backwards. And then you pop your hips at the end and use it like a giant fly swatter on these broodlings. And there's this massive splash of acid. I want you to make me a dex check or athletics or acrobatics. You know, either athletics. No, yeah, either acrobatics or dex. I'll let you do either one.
You said athletics or dex?
Acrobatics or
Acrobatics or dex. Let's see. Or they're both +1. It's going to be an 8.
Okay, you are on your
I'll
back.
use an inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
Shouldn't have.
You can have my inspiration. Reroll it again.
Done. I could always just add the bardic, but I mean, yeah, we're back to where we were. So it's an 8. Whatever, we'll just do whatever. I got points.
You're flat backed on the ground, but you look over and the boule is currently turtle shelled. It's on its kicking its legs, hasn't quite figured out where to roll over to because the space is pretty tight. As you look like down your body, you see an opening on the side, and you can see that cultist running down a Ankeg Burrow hallway.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he dove down. He's just, well, you should say
cut his way in.
Yeah, he's limping down that hallway.
Okay. Did I kill all of the swarm?
Yeah, they're all dead. And I need you to roll me 4d6, please.
D6. 12.
That's how much acid damage the boule takes on its hide.
Great, because if I took it, I'd be not good. All right, so
From being
12.
splashed down in a bunch of acid.
And now, so since I did this move, I understand that I am now prone again.
Yes, you are prone right now.
Fantastic.
It's prone, you're prone. There's
Great.
really no one else to get through to attack you, so you got plenty of time again. Which leads us to
Is
Um,
it still grappled even though they're prone?
he let go of it. He did
Oh,
not
okay.
bridge the suplex.
Okay, I was about to say I don't know. I hold on for my 3 count when I but I will
believe
allow that to
you
be the
said
case.
you bridged you
I
you
will.
released.
Yes, that's fine.
So the Bunta is going to Batu, excuse me, tosses her bugbear trap at the Boule, who is still under hideous laughter. I'll let somebody else roll. Someone roll me a ranged attack +4. So just a D20 +4. Don't care who does it.
Jesus.
I'll
You
do
guys
it.
roll
Ranged
dice.
attack.
Let's go do it
Okay,
real
can I use my
fast.
spell attack?
No, you're rolling for an NPC.
Just roll 20.
Yeah, just roll an 18. Everything's great.
Yeah. Crit up. Whoever has real dice, just roll it.
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Nice.
So she tries to. This thing is big. She tries to discus throw it, and instead it kind of clangs off one of the broken wheels, and just lands out of the way. But you see when it lands, it doesn't just close. A kind of a magical effect ripples out from it when it closes. So she starts to ready the second trap. And then she gets mobbed by 4 broodlings. And she goes. She's down. She's being gnawed by broodlings. Dianthus, I believe you have 3 on you. The 2, I rolled a 1 and a 2 for God's sakes, and a 3. Wild, you've got. No, you've got 3 on you. You have 4? Okay.
I had 4, but they're all blinded by the pyrotechnics.
Oh, they don't get rolls this turn, I'm going to say. Bantra.
I took out 2, so I only have 2 now.
Oh, yeah, 2. None on John, and Connor's flying, so that's their turn. Boule will make its saving throw for hideous laughter and fail yet again.
Hell yes.
The Boule that got suplexed will use its full turn to squirm itself onto its side and then onto its belly. It's facing away from John, so it starts to move away from John. That's their turn. So Bantra, you're up.
I will attempt to take out the other 2 broodlings.
Perfect.
So that sucks. That's a 10.
10 hits. You only need a 10 to
Oh,
hit these
10
guys.
hits. And then 7. I'm exploring the lower end of the D20.
Sounds like it. So you got the first one. The second one lies flat and avoids your strike, but you spear through the other one, and I'm assuming knocking it off the cart, since that seems to be
Yes.
kind of your follow-up on it.
I don't want the cart to be eaten by acid.
Fair. This is a fair thing to want. All right, we're at the top of the pop. Wild, you're up. We're at 17, 18, 19, 20 for crit.
Fantastic. All right, let's see what we got here. So, we've got cart, right? Swarming with
Cart broken half.
swarming with these broodlings, right? Everybody has kind of shoved off to a side.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. And Boule 1 and Boule 2 are both on the same side of the cart.
No, one's on one side and one's in the front where the split is, where it dove over.
Okay. All right. Great. Let's see here. So, which side has everybody kind of moved to?
The side furthest away from the Boulets.
Perfect. Great. This will work phenomenally then. So I'm going to first of all I'm going to take my move action I'm going to use the Blessing of the Raven Queen, which is a racial trait that I have where I can teleport up to 30 feet away. So I'm going to teleport far enough away that I can get these broodlings and hopefully at least one of the Boulets, because I think one is on the other side, correct?
Yeah, the one that's in the tunnel you could definitely get, and now there's enough room where you wouldn't get John either.
Fantastic. So we're going to go. I'm going to teleport. I'm going to use my move action to teleport 30 feet away, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave while I'm there, so I can hit the broodlings. The one
Roll me
boule.
Roll me a d20.
We got to figure out some kind of way to get all three of these thunder waves going at the same time.
Chain Thunder Waves.
Just like
Everybody
battle
hold a-
mage it up.
Am I in any modifiers on my
No,
D20?
this is a flat d20 roll.
Okay.
Everybody hold a
got
turn
here?
for the same time.
Connor's like watching other people cast Thunderwave, and he's like, I thought that was kind of my thing.
I got a 16.
That's how many broodlings you catch in this Thunder Wave.
Fantastic. So, all right. So here's how this is going to look. I'm standing there surrounded by pyrotechnics. I'm going to teleport. I'm going to teleport out to the middle of this open field and just hit my fucking drum real big one time. Bam! Thunderwave, boule, and these broodlings. And they all take Constitution saves.
I'll say once for the broodlings.
They got to beat. I mean, it's not high. They got to beat 14.
Yeah, they got a 6. They
Tight.
have no modifier. Also, the boule rolled a 5.
Fantastic. Fantastic, delightful. So let's see. They will all take 2d8.
Broodlings are just a spray.
Great.
So I also want you to roll me, when you get a chance, 16d6.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's see here. So the Thunderwave does 9.
Yeah, all the broodlings just turn to paste. The 9 in the overall scheme against the boule is not a ton. So
And my 16d6 is 61.
That's
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You spray, and between you know what? Do we give you damage, John, for that suplex?
Me? No.
Roll a d6, please.
Damn you.
Oh no, I mean your suplex on. I mean for the boule.
Oh, yes, we did. It was 12 points of damage.
You spray this, you hit it with this thunder wave, and then the acid kind of falls right behind the concussive wave, and the acid, it's like a cloud of acid, except for way more than like a cloud kill. It burns all the skin right off the front of the boule, and you just see the skull and the eyes just ooze out, tongue lolls out half there, and it just falls dead. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is it's blocking the tunnel for John to get out.
Gross.
That's fine.
I'm sure.
I'll just throw it away.
I'm sure he can raise it off to the side. Great. Well, that was super fun. And as a bonus action that I can take, I'm gonna go ahead and teleport right back to where I was on top of the cart. Fuck you, Boule. Wild Tybalt, baby. Follow that, nerds.
As I'm flying through the air.
Dianthus, you're up.
There's no beating that. But can I see the cultists running away in the tunnel?
No, but you can see where they went. I mean, you can follow the blood easily.
So I have a spell that's within 90. I wonder if I have to see them.
Read the spell real quick.
I was going to use Entangle.
I think that requires you to be able to see them.
A point within range.
It doesn't specify line of sight.
It just says range 90 feet, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range.
Yeah.
But I guess I would kind of need to know which way the tunnel's going, so I guess. But so
I will give you a percentage chance to do that. Why don't you roll me percentile?
well,
High
so
or
did
low?
all the little broodlings around me go away?
No.
No, they didn't get lured away.
No.
I'm trying to determine how much it would hurt to jump down and away from them.
He's bleeding. It's not like he's gonna.
Well, I'm afraid he's gonna go warn everyone.
If there's anyone to warn.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna worry about him right now. I'm gonna hit a broodling. It's very boring, but it's what I
You
got.
could cast Entangle and hold a bunch of them up.
Yeah, the problem is it's again one of my 2 spells, and if we go somewhere else, I'm in trouble if I don't have stuff.
Can we
I
not
don't
hit a
want-
rest after this in
Yeah,
some way?
Cassandra, I have 3 hit points.
And I also, we don't know what these
It's true.
potions and things are in this box yet that I haven't picked up.
And
I mean,
I did buy 3 healing potions. Yeah. Problem is, if I cast Entangle on them, I'm in it. I can't do that.
No, they're all over this cart. You can pick a spot away from the cart. I would. Here's my piece of advice: drive it like you stole it.
Yeah, I know.
What sounds like the most fun?
I just trying to decide if Thunderwave was better than Entangle.
They're both pretty awesome.
Can I do Thunderwave without hitting anyone on the team?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Thunderwave.
Are you going to do it towards the one remaining Boulay who has currently been hit with Tasha City's laughter, or are you going to go a different direction to just hit Broodlings?
If I can hit Broodlings and Boulay, then yeah.
Okay, roll me a d12.
A what?
D12.
A 12. Why am I rolling a 12? I got a 9.
That's how many Broodlings you'll get in your Thunderwave.
Score. They have to make con saves.
Yeah, I know. Boulay doesn't make it. Roll the 1 for the Broodlings. So you need to roll me 9d6 on top of your damage for the Boulay as it gets sprayed with acid.
Oh, jeez. Is that on top of my Thunderwave damage?
Yep.
Score. My first 4 dice, 5, 5, 5, 6.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
You said 9, right?
Yep, that's how many Broodlings there were.
37?
This Boulay is just pockmarked with acid burning
And then 11 for my Thunderwave D8 damage.
as it hideously laughs like 2 rocks being rubbed together. Connor, you're up. You're flying, right?
Oh well, I fly like 10 feet in any direction.
But you're up, right? You're at a high vantage point.
Well,
or
I mean, at this
higher?
point, I'd be back on the ground.
Okay.
Because it's like I cast a spell and then sort of like hop backwards or whatever. It's
Okay.
just a little bonus action. So I was standing wherever Tybalt had pointed.
Okay.
So I can
Hopefully not where I was at, because
No.
it's a cube. Okay.
No, you all are kind of in an area clustered.
So that we still have 1 Boulay left and a bunch of Broodling guys. Okay. Can I tell like how badly damaged this Boulay is looking? Like how harmed? Is it?
It doesn't look good.
Okay.
He ain't happy.
Seeing as
She ain't happy, I should say.
don't really want to use my only other first level spell slot, and I don't really have anything for crowds, I am going to hit.
You could help out the hobgoblin on the ground.
What is she doing again? She was just looking through a bunch
Bleeding?
of
Right
stuff.
now, she's getting eaten.
Oh no, I don't care about her. I don't know. I don't care about her. I am going to I guess I wouldn't know if I hit the one that's got Tasha's on, if that would interrupt anything.
There is a ton of loot down there, though, too. A ton of objects.
Sure.
If you do hit the one that's currently giving me a standing ovation still, they just get a chance to take the save.
Okay, I guess I don't think I would know that. And is that one like? No, you know what? I am gonna use. I'm gonna try do Ray of Frost at it.
Go.
Again, arms covered in sort of crackling ice. I shoot it out of this beam of ice, just sort of fractures and cracks and splits until it hits it. That's a 13.
13 hits.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No. Boulay at 17, so no, it does not.
Yeah. So
But since it's still doing the ovation, didn't Chris say that it is considered prone or something?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
then you get
advantage?
advantage on your roll.
Oh, really? Okay, we're doing it that way. All right. That will be a 19.
There
That
we
hits.
All
That's
right.
also that's a crit.
Oh, it
yeah.
is. Yeah, it is a crit. Okay, so are we? You said you do like just double.
I do all your damage max, and then you get all of your modifiers again, and then you roll.
Okay, so I do 8 plus whatever I get on my D8 here, and then it has its movement reduced by 10 feet. So that's 12 points of cold damage total.
Okay, it's going to try to make another save since it got hit. It's going to roll a 4. I was hot there for a little bit. I'll
Big
cool
fan.
off.
It's just a big fan.
It's a big fan. John,
Okay.
you're up.
So a moment ago, while I was laying down, I saw that this person was going through the hole.
Away
It
from
is
you.
now
Yep.
blocked from mine.
No, it's like in a side tunnel that will just intersect that like broke open.
But you said that the thing being dead there has now blocked that hole.
It's blocking your way out.
Oh,
So
okay.
currently that other hole is
That
the
hole-
only other hole in this tunnel.
What is the distance that person is from me through that tunnel?
They're within 30 feet. You can get
Okay,
there.
cool. So can I use either a bonus or an attack as the action to get up? Since I am prone from the German?
You can use your action, your move action to get up, and then use your action to run.
Okay, so basically a dash?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will follow them.
Yeah, you turn that, you pop up, you turn that corner, and you're literally like within grabbing distance as they're hobbling along, just blood behind them on the ground.
Okay.
So we'll definitely be coming back to that right now because he turns around and is going to
Pee on you.
So
Ooh.
this piss play podcast is wild, guys. I'm in, but like
to say I wish you would have told me ahead of time.
A little bit of warning would have been nice.
I would have changed my character completely different.
If you knew this would be this kind of party, you'd stick your dick in the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I'd make a weird wrestling reference that probably wouldn't land with a lot of people that listen.
You'd be surprised.
Like the Boogie Woogie Man instead of John
Depends what the
Cena.
energy is, you know. If the energy's right, people will just inherently understand what you're getting at.
He turns around and he's just got a piece of shale rock and he just swings at you with all of his might, which effectively ends his ability to run from you. And I had an 18 that turned into a 5. So yeah, it's a big miss.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a good. No, it's not a good roll. You hear more broodling kind of skittering, but it sounds like it's going away from where it's like you're going in one direction, it's going in the same direction, but continuing away from that direction. You don't hear.
So we're all going the same direction.
Yeah. You don't hear any behind you, which is the direction where you know the hole is to get out. The other Brule will make its save. Oh, that's not the right dice. Finally, it made its save. The broodlings stop their attack on you and they start to move away. They start to scatter. So if you have a broodling on you, you can make an attack of opportunity.
I'm sorry?
Sweet.
Yeah, you're in the tunnel. So you would know about this one.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Do I know how many I have left after Thunder Wave?
You can only make an attack of opportunity.
All right. I got a 17.
Hits.
What did you say, Ben?
You only get one attack of opportunity.
I know. Did I have any left on me after Thunder Wave?
No, wait, no, you didn't. I'm sorry. No, I apologize.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
My bad. Apologies. All right. So they start to run. I would like you all to make me perception checks at disadvantage.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1. That's my
Hell
third
yeah.
one of the night.
4. Not a natural one, but very,
Woof.
very close.
Well, my other die was really bad too, so either way, it was not going to go well. I don't think.
3.
5.
Oh boy, I got the best of all. I got a 7.
Yeah.
Damn.
Tell us
good
what
then.
happened.
Rough.
No, I'm not telling you, Jack. You'll find out.
No, Cassandra,
Rough.
tell us what happened.
What did my
Oh,
7 tell
no.
me?
Yes.
Because that's what we all know.
What do your druid eyes see?
God.
With a 7, you're like, something feels weird. There you go.
Oh no.
Good.
She just has to fart.
Probably what it is. It's probably just gas.
Just don't bet the farm and lose the deed. That's all I ask.
She's got to pee real bad.
Oh no.
So, at the end of their turn, the Boule, who's taken all the damage, also turns and starts to hop along before starting to get ready to submerge.
Uh-oh.
Say away from us.
Away.
That's not good.
Terrible sign.
It's great. It's great. We're terrifying. We won, guys. High fives all around. We did it.
We scared it off.
Yeah.
That's what happens when both of them start running away at the same time.
Bantra, you're up.
Well,
As stunned as we all are. We're like,
Speechless.
huh,
I have some questions.
Ask away.
Are there any dead broodlings left within arm's reach on the cart?
No.
Okay.
You knocked them all off within your little radius.
Mhm.
Most of them are on the ground, or most of them honestly just got disintegrated by thunder waves.
So could I move to access the corpse, the non-liquefied corpse of a broodling?
Yeah.
So could I
It's a lot
move
of
to the
goods.
corpse of a broodling, take the broodling, put it on the end of my arrow, and fire the arrow with the
Too big.
broodling on the end? Oh, come on!
It's the size of a small dog.
Okay, what if I chop it in half?
What
Chop
if-
in fourth.
Just take the head of the one that landed by me.
I really just, okay.
What do you want to shoot it at?
I want to shoot it back at Michael Bublé. Bublé.
Oh, the Boule is running.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you can shoot it at disadvantage because it's going to throw your aim off.
Yeah, I thorn whipped the head off one of them, so you could take that one.
You did do that.
Just watching a gnome bow and arrow a pig head.
Well,
I don't know what's going on here, but
that's the
I
only
like
way
it.
that we've done any significant amount of damage to it is by using the acid. So I'm like, all right, tall people. I see what you're trying to tell me. This is how we do things.
You could just harvest some acid from it instead of
No.
instead of putting a head on it, but sure.
No.
I want
So,
to shoot a
at
dog-sized
disadvantage,
head at this thing.
14.
Must be intimidating.
No. 17
No?
to hit. You did 17 to hit.
Suck a dick. All right.
But you do splatter a head on the ground relatively near the Boule. Now that brings us back to the top of the pop. Just think if you would have rolled the 17 and that 17, it would have been a crit. Then you could have just talked shit, mad shit nonstop.
Elyssa, how bad did you roll? Real bad, or were you real close?
I was
'Cause
within 3 because I got a 14 total.
But what do you need to roll to get a 17? Do you need to roll like really high, or is it?
What's your range combat modifier is what she's asking.
+4.
So you need a 13.
Because I do have an inspiration if you think you could do it.
I mean, I don't think the one splash of acid is going to kill
It's just to send a message.
Michael Bublé as he leaves.
Okay, we'll save it for something else then.
Yeah.
We'll save it when someone else gets critted.
It's more the principle of the thing.
I have morals.
All right, top of the pop. Wild, what would you like to do?
All right, so broodlings have all left the cart.
They've
Yes.
all been
All the ones
liquefied.
who are living, have
Okay.
scattered away, and they haven't scattered in one direction. They've just scattered.
Okay, and we've got no visibility on John Senegar.
Nope.
We're not sure if he's here or not because obviously we can't see him. Let's see here. Everybody else is over here. Other Boulay has successfully been terrified by the mysterious and great power of Wild Tybalt. Okay, so that that crate full of stuff. Am I aware of it and its location?
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys all kind of scanned around. It was the big thing with John is John was like landed right beside.
Yeah, I
it.
was beside it.
Okay, sweet. Well then.
And now there's the hobgoblin beside it, bleeding out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
that's
guys gonna heal?
That's-
What's her face?
Oh God, no. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
don't
down
do
there.
that.
No, I'm stealing as much as I can from that from that box. Yeah, like that's my guarantee didn't get paid out for this performance, so we're taking it out of the promoters' pockets. You know.
You were promised trans.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, I'm gonna hop down and take a look at what's left in this box here and steal some things. Well,
Excellent.
get paid for my performance.
So you push the still barely breathing body of Batu off of this box. You look in, and I would like you to roll me a d6, please. Wild.
D6 can do. Big 3.
There are 3 bottles, like potion bottles, that have like a inkish blue appearance to them. Do you speak or read Goblinoid? Is that one of your languages?
No,
Then you cannot read what they are.
Fantastic.
The next thing is one of those bugbear traps.
Mm-hmm.
There is a belt.
Okay.
There is, roll me a d4.
D4.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes.
Let's see.
Initiative.
Another 3.
You find 3 bottles that are like triangularly shaped, and they've got a amber goldish color to them of the liquid inside.
Okay.
You see a blue boomerang.
Okay.
There is a really big knife, almost the size of a short sword.
Like that. Okay.
There's a necklace of various races' teeth.
Okay.
And
Gross.
it looks like
Racist? Racist?
Yeah, I heard
I thought you
racist.
said racist.
But you mean
Racist teeth.
teeth.
I
Do
mean,
you know the
That was the name of my high school punk band, was Racist
Oh.
Teeth.
Racist teeth.
I'm here for a necklace made out of racists' teeth. That's like,
The teeth look like they can come off.
okay.
You also find like when you look in the remains of this, you also find a cage that have a cover on it. It's about the size of like a pet carrier.
Oh yeah. take the
And
cover off.
then you have roll me another d4, please.
D4. 2.
And you find 2 of these bottles that look like. I'm gonna definitely call my own age out here. So I want to remember what Mickey's grenades look like.
Oh.
They're still
Okay.
around.
Are they really? I know they got rid of
the.
the jug. They got rid of the jug, which I was always upset about. The 60-ounce jug doesn't exist anymore. So they look like that, except for flattened out a little bit. And there is a bubbling green fluid in these. There's 2 of them. And then, like I said, there's a like a pet carrier size cage with a cover on it, and the cover appears to be inside the cage.
Okay, so it's not possible to like.
You can reach in and pull it off, but it looks like it's kind of clipped inside.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna let me grab a pen real quick so I can write down the things that I'm taking. Let's see
All of
here.
them. Take all of them.
Yeah, just take
I
everything.
mean, I may as well. But I really want to make sure that I get that big ass knife.
Okay.
And
What's
I
a
will-
knife?
it's a fucking joint knife. Fucking. Let's see. So,
I will tell you that the Sunday morning chat did name that Mick's biggest knife is the name of the item.
love that.
Biggest knife.
It's the biggest knife.
Okay,
Well,
let's
that's
see.
not a knife.
That's Mick's biggest knife.
All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. I'll grab the necklace of teeth.
That's the neck. Well, I'll just tell you the name of it. I won't tell you what it does. It's the necklace of Hausen.
Oh,
Danhausen?
oh.
Lame.
Hey, this was all the chats doing Sunday morning, and they killed it.
So suddenly I have 15,000 Twitter followers just from putting
Yeah.
this necklace on. All right, let's see. All right, let's see here. So let's see, knife, necklace. I'll go ahead and snatch that belt up too.
Okay.
And gosh, I don't really know a whole lot about like whatever's going on in these potions, but say I've got some inky blue, some amber, and some kind of bubbling green.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take the I'll snack the amber ones.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, what happens when I pull that? What happens when I pull that cover out of the inside of the pet carrier?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Roll me a d4.
Okay. I love when I make okay two again.
You see two very, like, we're just gonna flat out call them they're pygmy owlbears cubs, and they're wearing snout covers.
Cool. All right. Probably aggro little boys, huh?
They appear to be. They have something in their little covers on their snout. And they appear to be sleeping. They're a little banged up, like they slept through the whole thing.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, man, I don't really know that I can do anything with two little baby owl bears. But
Love them, you can love them.
Train them and then
That's-
ride them into battle.
okay.
I don't know what
Tell
happened,
them.
but both of you went full blown echo. But it was perfectly timed when Cassandra's like, "You could love them. You could just love them."
It's like the voice in Dune.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hmm.
Gam Shabar.
All right. Well, I guess
I
I'm gonna.
will love them.
Okay, great. I'm gonna just take I'm gonna take these things, and I guess try to like get back up onto the cart after I like.
There's nothing threatening you to where you need to get on there if you don't want to.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I guess I'll just stay down here and like throw the belt, teeth, knife, and amber bottles in my pack, and sorcerer.
Yes.
Hey, there's some weird bottles over here. You should probably do something with those.
Dianthus, you're up, and then Connor's up.
And I'm just gonna kind of hang on to this crate of owl bears. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm just gonna hold it for a second.
Dianthus, make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Ooh, I rolled a 3, so that's an 8.
Okay. You what are you going to do?
Is there any more? Well, so no broodlings on me.
Nope. There's nothing currently that's aggressing.
And is everyone but the... Oh boy, I forgot what she is already. The hobgoblin, okay?
Everyone you can see,
Is John still in a hole?
you don't know because you can't see him.
I saw that, Ben.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Much like Alice in Chains, he's down in a hole.
He's not
Well-
hollering or anything?
I gotta go.
It's fair.
Well, Do you guys want to get out of here?
The most pickup line we should run for it I've ever heard. Hey, you guys, want to get out of here? As in, I don't want to die.
Well, I'm just saying when we're ready to go, I could hold my turn if someone needs to do something first, and I could cast Pass Without a Trace on us if we want to try to run away without being
Okay, so you're basically gonna.
seen or noticed.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, if we're going to leave, then I will cast that. So I guess I'll hold my turn.
No, you don't need to hold your turn for that.
Okay.
Connor, you're up.
So Wild has passed me some potions, and I guess I'll take a look at those. I don't say this to anybody, but I don't know a shit about magic. So I'll make the check, and then if it's okay, the other thing I want to do, I personally can't do anything to help the hobgoblin. I don't have anything that's useful for that, but I want to try and see if like we did with the symbol carved into the guy's forehead. I want to see if I recognize the symbol on like her armor from anywhere.
Yeah, you can make me a history check.
Okay. And then, Wild gave me these potions, so I don't know if I can take a look at those too and just sort of like make a guess. Oh, that's not going to be very good. It's a 5 for
On
the
your history
symbol.
check?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have a feeling you've seen it before, but nothing's kind of
Okay.
jarring up in your head.
And then can I like just pretend like I know what I'm doing and inspect these potions quickly?
Give me an idea how you're going to inspect them. You're going to sniff.
Like I said, I'm just kind of bullshitting here. So I'm just going to kind of like hold them up and like close an eye and look really closely at him and like turn him over and like shake it and give it a listen.
The bluish ink colored ones, you have no clue.
Okay.
But
these are blue.
I will let you roll me an Arcana for the green ones, the greenish ones.
14 plus 1 for 15.
The inside of this looks like grease.
Don't drink this one.
Just got a feeling.
Or I mean, I guess you will have to drink it, but it looks like grease.
It's fair.
And that's that. I guess that's all I got. I'm ready to go whenever. Continue.
I would like Connor to make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. That's going to be 7. Or sorry, 7.
Okay. That brings us to John.
Okay, so you said that since that guy tried to attack me, he is no longer moving away from me.
Yeah, he's squared up with you now, panting and bleeding and, wielding a shitty piece of rock.
Okay. How deep am I underground?
You would be about 35 feet.
Okay, never mind.
At an angle. I mean,
all right.
Actually, you're about 45 feet away from the cart at a decline. You're not like that far down, but you're.
And we've agreed we don't give a shit about what happens to this guy, right?
No, I think you guys
lady.
This one's the guy.
The lady was the goblin. This is the guy.
Hobgoblin, yeah.
Yeah, the cultists, no, we don't.
Okay. So we don't care.
Unless you wanted information.
It doesn't have a tongue anymore, so what's it going to do for us?
I thought I did.
Ben really wants to roleplay this voice, I think.
No, I mean, just how you talk when you have a tongue. You didn't talk.
Okay. So they look in pretty bad shape then.
They're in real bad shape.
All right, I'm going to do unarmed attack. I don't want to do it fatally. I want to knock them out, if at all possible.
Yeah, for sure.
That is going to be a 6 plus. It's going to be an 11.
Yeah, you kind of feint with your sword and then give him the spinning back fist, and he just crumples.
Great. Would we be considered out of initiative now that there's no obvious?
Yes.
Can I just fast forward, just dragging them out of the hole back to the main area where the?
Not yet.
Okay, fine. Okay,
No,
so this person's unconscious.
You can make me a perception check.
Perception with disadvantage.
Yes, please.
That is going to be a not good either way.
Okay.
Yeah, nine best.
The rest of you, as you're kind of going through stuff, I don't know if anyone wants to check the hobgoblin's body since you're not going to help her at all. Banter's like, I would like to loot the body.
I mean, I
please."
guess I'll do that, I suppose, while I'm like examining her armor, if that's all right.
Well,
I would like to
you got
examine.
potions, so Banter. Has
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I would like to examine the body of the person I just knocked unconscious.
Okay, I'll let you do that right now. Yeah. What
Or I mean, not examine, but like loot or whatever. Like see what's on them, see what they have that of importance.
They don't really have anything important, like because
I
they're
guess not.
just
They would have
basic
been like
robes, and they're kind of they're nude underneath. But like you kind of lift the robe to look, and you do see like all this crazy shit tattooed all over their body.
What kind of hog does it have?
Less than average.
Can I roll? Can I roll for dick size?
I will let you roll a.
Do not say.
Roll percentages.
Yeah.
Do they stand or sit when they wipe, Ben?
This man eventorized himself, and all John cares about is the size.
57% is what I got.
Okay, it looks like the other 43% has been removed.
Oh no!
And there's been like small metal pieces like put in. One thing you all know about Torog is a god of like slavery and torture and bad shit. So generally, a lot of Torog's people also engage in pretty horrific self-mutilation and flagellance.
I mean, leave the
not
baby
flatulence.
alone, though.
They may do that as well, but flagellance, like flagellants.
Okay, well then I am done with my turn.
Sometimes when you look into the abyss stares back.
Is he back on the surface now?
No.
Okay, all right.
Bantra, you were going to check this hobgoblin's body out.
Oh.
Muted.
If I know about the potions, I speak goblin.
You
but
have
I don't
seen Wild and Connor like handing each other bottles of unknown origin. But it's up to them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, if she wants to look at them, I don't care.
Just speak up.
She's like, what is this?
Yeah. This one's blue. This one looks greasy.
You want to read it?
If they want to tell me about it, yeah, I'll read it. But
yeah, I'll tell you about it. I'm not going to.
Green ones are the best you can translate because the goblins don't really have a good word for this, but these are grease grenades.
Oh wow, nailed it!
Cool.
I think the chat has a better option. They're various Mountain Dews.
Equally as bad for you if you drink it.
It's a Flaming Hot Cheeto grenade.
Now I desperately want Flaming Hot
Cheeto flavored Mountain Dew.
The blue blackish ink is healing potions.
Useful.
Sure they are.
Wild, did you want to show her the two that you have?
Yeah, I'll let her read the labels.
You look at these and you're able to pretty quickly discern these are Alchemist Fire.
Cool.
So the grease grenades act like a spell, and the Alchemist Fire is basically Molotov cocktails without a flame.
Oh, this is in the wrong hands. This is gonna be great.
We should divvy those up so that somebody can throw grease and the other person can throw Alchemist Fire onto the grease.
I mean, if by divvy them up you mean I hang on to the cool fire bombs, yes.
However we can make it work.
Absolutely.
That could be a useful combo, is all I'm saying.
As you ransack the dying hobgoblin's body, you find a bounty warrant. You also find a journal, and you find a map, all in Goblin.
just out here, just
He's
running,
like,
Still
And
alive.
you're like, yeah,
Just-
good to see you.
we're just running this poor bitch's pockets. Like,
Yeah.
Please I'll help myself to your stuff, thank you.
sorry, homie, Jesus.
Well, what's the journal say?
It's pretty thick. What you kind of just glancing through, it's like this person's been keeping a journal for their entirety of their time in service. These are just like a part of the Red Hand who do bounty hunting work in order to kind of supplement paid coming in. This person had been a part of a couple different campaigns away from this area against a couple different forces. If you want to dig deeper, I can tell you more. But the big thing you see is they were hired to root out this Torog cult because it had ambushed a small caravan that a group of them were escorting. They went to the mine and the cultists were dead. In fact, they had to fight a bunch of myconoids to get back out of the place. It had been ransacked, burned. That someone beat them to it and left no survivors.
When?
This by the date on the Goblin calendar was they just came from they found these stragglers going back to the cave. Who must have missed the big conflagration. This is them traveling back. They were there a day ago. This is the last entry.
Okay. This is circa 24 hours ago.
Yep.
So we're not going to find any cultists back at Cultist HQ.
No, in fact, you kind of get the impression that Cultist HQ has been overrun by myconoids as well.
All right.
Okay.
Sick. Sounds like we take this journal back and our job is done.
It was a good thing we went here.
Make me a perception check at regular Bantra.
13.
Terrible laugh.
13.
You kind of look around and you see off in the distance the boule that you guys kicked the shit out of, kind of limping along, and then all of a sudden it's not there.
What do you mean it's not there?
You catch a kind of glimmer of light as something comes up and swallows it whole,
Hell,
and then
Oh boy.
submerges.
Ooh.
Oh
That son of a
boy.
bitch ate my javelin.
I love the fact that I didn't know you were going to use javelins because somebody in one of the other groups found a what am I trying to think here? Whatever holds a javelin. I can't quiver.
I was about to say a quiver of sorts.
Yeah, it only has one javelin in it, but
Yeah.
it always has one javelin in it no matter what. So you can just keep throwing them and there's always one in there.
Oh, okay.
super
I was
useful.
going to go and retrieve that at some point.
Not
Javelins
anymore.
cost money.
Nope. Well,
Honestly,
shit, I've been throwing javelins all day.
Yeah. Do I look like I'm made
Glory,
of
respect.
platinum pieces? Javelins cost money.
Do I look like I'm made of javelins?
That's right.
I suggest expedient if we're done looting.
Somebody
But
somebody
we're not out of initiation though.
We are. We
Initiative,
are
yeah.
out of the net. But
You are now, just as you're kind of seeing this happen, John
Okay.
is dragging this cultist
Gotcha,
climbing out of
okay.
the hole. You get to the top. You can now, all of you except for John can now see this fin. And this fin is slightly smaller than the boulets were.
Okay.
Like the fin
And-
itself is like almost the same size.
It's massive.
Um,
And it's
uh,
encrusted
uh,
with gems.
no,
Oh.
not fighting a gem encrusted tremor worm. No,
Oh hey, cool.
guys, this is not good.
no, leaving. Leave.
As you see that, you also see like the skittering broodlings that went in that direction turn like a herd of animals
No.
being pushed by a dog
no,
coming back as this thing starts to turn them like it's hurting them.
no, I don't see
Oh,
that because
boy.
I'm leaving.
Well, don't stay within 30 feet of me. I can cast Pass Without a Trace.
What? No.
So, John, you get up there, and
I
they're
was
all
gonna
kind of
say so.
freaking
One
out.
man
And you're like,
band.
I got this asshole right here.
Yeah, I'm just holding it by one leg. What do you guys want with this?
Is he dead?
No, he's
he just popped
unconscious.
out.
Oh. Well, we can just.
Fireman's carry. Let's get out of
I'll
here.
just carry him with me. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't
He
have.
only received a 5-knuckle shuffle. He's still got some life in him.
I don't have a limit for the amount of people I can cast Pass Without Trace on, as long as you guys stay within 30 feet of me.
Okay, let's go.
I want you to make me a nature check.
Me?
Yes.
Okie dokie. I rolled a 1, and my plus
This
is
should work beautifully.
and my plus is a 0.
Oh
This is
dear.
the best plan you've ever had.
We're all about to get eaten, guys.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's a plus 10 to dexterity, so stealth checks. We can't be tracked except by magical means, and we leave no tracks or traces.
I have an idea.
Oh,
I have an idea.
you know
It's
what? Never mind.
definitely-
That'll work.
It's a bad
it
idea.
specifically says we can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All out.
Okay.
Cassandra,
What?
we should hide in the cart, like under it, and pass that trace so people can't find us, and leave the cultist out there for the gem encrusted dude to eat.
I mean, if you don't want to kill the cultists or ask questions.
We were not hired to ask any questions. We were hired to kill cultists.
Question: in this fight, this cultist wasn't attacked by any of the little broodlings or boulets,
No,
correct?
and that's one thing, John. You can tell him you've seen this guy without his skivvies on. You've seen that there are tattoos of these little things on him.
So
Why?
he's
You saw
So
naked?
this big shark wouldn't attack him anyway.
Right,
if
he's
we
The
used
shark
him as
would,
bait.
the boulet would, the ante
okay.
broodlings wouldn't.
So
So
we
you
should just
could do your plan.
Here's
just take him with as a deterrent.
here's
What you got,
here's what we should do. Sorry, I'm going to be real mercenary about this, but I'm trying to live. We should hit old what's her name, the hobgoblin, with one of these healing potions, but chain her to one of the stakes, and then we should fucking go.
that's very cold, but you know what? I don't want to die.
You know what? There's out of character. There's a reason Tybalt is lawful evil because of shit like this.
We talk about you seeing the cultist naked? I'm still stuck on that.
Yes, we
You
can.
missed it. You had to run out for a
Yes.
second.
We can.
John Senegar is a pecker checker and needed to roll a percentile on what kind of wang he had going on when I knocked him out.
Guys, see who he's working with.
You can't talk about getting pissed on all the time, and then me not get to talk about one dick I looked at.
This is
No,
fair.
it's the tattoos that you saw. Plus, how is there's no consent.
I want to know how much
He
this
was not
cultist.
conscious.
You said you were consent to get peed on by your child.
I was going to say, I don't know how many people have been consented to pee on that's not on a different, spectrum of kink.
I
would
do
like to
feel
know
like
how much this cultist looks like Sam Neill.
roll percentiles.
Oh my god.
Oh, percentiles. Okay.
Also, which Sam Neill are we talking here?
Well, we're talking about
give me
Event
an era.
Horizon Sam Neill, who's all
Okay,
covered in
okay.
scars and shit.
Yeah.
I got a 30.
He's 30%.
He's 30% Sam
Wow.
Neill.
Wow.
All right, I'll let my imagination figure that out.
But 27% of it is his dick.
Yeah, 20%.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
no.
60% of the
Sam!
time it works all
It's
the
all
time.
scarred up. The rest
So
of him
fucking scarred up dick.
still has his eyes.
For now.
All
right,
now
so-
that implies you know what Sam Neill's dick looks like. Where did I missed that part of the movie?
Apparently, I do. I don't know either.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Raise your hand if you don't know what Sam Neill's dick looks like.
I've seen
Outcast,
Jurassic Park.
outvoted.
It looks like
Sorry.
it's Hollywood.
Hold on. I'll send you guys a link in the private chat.
Thank you.
Post it to the group.
Yeah. So I just want to get this plan straight. You're gonna
I
force-
draw a picture in the sand of Sentinel's dick.
You're,
Go
you're
ahead.
going to chain the hobgoblin to the post. Force a healing potion down. Are you going to leave a sword or anything, or just like we're out?
I mean, sure, leave a sword. That's only fair.
There are swords there. Just chain her next to one of the ones that was still there.
I'll make sure she has a sword.
Yeah.
She put out those traps, right?
She threw one. There's still one trap remaining.
Okay. Great.
If we're gonna change, we should let's
Does anyone
see.
want to take that trap or the boomerang? I should ask. Those are the only two things really left.
You said so they look like
I mean-
bugbears.
The jaws look like the mouth of a bugbear.
And when she activated the other one, I may have missed it, but did you describe like anything in particular about it, or
When it closed, there was a magical effect.
Oh, okay, let's take that other one. That seems useful.
I'll take a
I'll take the
boomerang if no one
yeah.
takes it.
Yeah. There's nothing else to in the cart or anything, is there?
There's just odds and ends. There's
Okay.
there's just basic stuff, but no, all the food and water is gone.
Okay.
Who got the boomerang? Was it Elyssa, or excuse me, was it Bantra, or was it Dianthus?
I guess me, Alyssa's pointing up.
Thank you.
What kind of boomerang is it?
Blue.
It's a blue boomerang.
Blue boomerang, sweet.
Bloomerang.
All right, let's set this bait and fucking go, guys, because giant monster.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to use our campfire rules to expedite your trip. So I want to know from each of you what skill, and you cannot repeat skills or use the same skill as somebody else. What skill you're using to flee this situation and head back towards the King's Wall and back to Restwell Keep.
Let's see here.
I would like to. I guess this will require a little bit of fiddling and what
I'm all for that.
Okay, I would like to use performance, because Connor used to be a sort of gladiator, underground fighter, showman guy, and I want to use my performance and sort of like my natural affinity for like lightning and thunder and stuff to sort of do like a bit of a I don't have thaumaturgy, but that sort of effect where I'm going to kind of like have lightning kind of crackling off me and stuff and trying to kind of radiate this energy of being a threat. I guess I could do like performance or intimidation, I guess is what I'm trying to do here.
I'll let you choose what you'd like to use.
I have the same. They're both +6.
You choose then.
Okay, I guess this would be more of an intimidation thing then, I suppose. I'm trying to deter aggressors. That's a 19.
You are able to do that, and any of the broodlings that are in your area kind of just move away, even though that pushes them more towards where old Gem Crust is. Who wants to go next?
So to clarify, we can't repeat what another person has just said, or what we did
can't
earlier.
repeat a skill that you already used.
Okay. Then I will need a second. Someone else can go.
I have survival skills, so
Let's hear it.
I can use those to make sure that we're staying out of old Jim Crust's way by making sure I'm voiding his holes. And well, no, would he go places he's been to?
Holes?
He like
You just
digs
said
big
voiding
holes.
his holes.
Yeah, I know he digs big holes. We fell into one last
He's
time.
a giant burrowing shark.
His
Yeah,
name
well,
was
be
Jim
sure to
Crust?
void your holes, boys and girls.
Do I know if he'd go where he's been or where he hasn't dug a hole?
No, I mean he mainly travels deep underground, deeper than most of the other boulets. But yeah,
Yeah.
this
So
entire area is just riddled with ancake burrows and boulet tracks. So.
yeah. So I'm gonna specifically focus my survival skills on us not falling in any holes.
This is fair since the first time you did.
Lesson learned.
As Shaggy pointed out in the chat, Dixon Holes, what kind of game is this?
It's D&D.
We already lived this. It's a kink game.
Mhm.
Right?
Let's not
Hey,
underestimate
Oscar, another kink podcast.
We established this.
the wrestling kink Venn diagram overlaps right here.
Yeah.
Wrestling kink
It's just
D&D
one circle.
diagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and throw D&D in there. It's
Just-
pretty much, yeah.
It's a
It's
stack
one
of
of those, like, it's one of
pancakes.
those like three.
Yeah, it's not even like there's not like a
triads
cross section
and
of one
then
No,
another.
it's just a dot. It's just
Yeah,
one
it's-
singularly colored
You're like,
dot.
I thought there's supposed to be 2 circles. Oh, there are 2
It's
circles.
just a brown circle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Diane, just give me your roll, please.
I forgot I had to roll. 19.
The
you're
great
able
downfall.
to,
You have to roll.
even at the expedience that you guys are moving, you're able to avoid any of those potential pitfalls. All right, Bantra, John.
Well, I was going to use stealth, and everyone's kind of horked that up for me.
You can still use stealth.
Okay.
I
Can
wasn't
I-
getting loud. I'm just trying to find.
Wild, I don't think you've gone yet either.
No, I haven't gone yet.
I can't imagine that the world famous bard would go quietly.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to understand. It goes living, being a bard. So
He has to. He has to.
Not
So
being
is-
consumed by a land shark, then playing my heart out on stage.
it's true. It's true. You
Is
gotta,
our escape of this based on a percentage of the group that succeeds, or
okay.
okay?
We
Then I
got
need
two
someone
good
else to
ones.
succeed because I'm particularly trying to fail.
Are you still carrying the cultist, by the way?
100%.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Well, I guess then I am gonna go. And
Actually, no, maybe I should go so that the drama is still built with 2 people left to succeed.
That born showman.
So I will go because initially I kind of didn't give my scores the way I should have, as far as like being a rogue, thinking I'm a rogue, but definitely not being a rogue.
Yes.
Because I wanted -1 on all my rogue somewhat abilities.
Yep.
But I did not do any of that. So one of my -1s is investigation, and I want to use my investigation at a -1 to see if I can check out its trajectory and the way that it travels for us to find a way that it may not travel.
Perfect.
okay,
Make that roll.
Barbarian over here doing geometry. Big fan.
Right? God, please get a 1. God damn it.
I'd laugh so hard if you critted.
Let me find it. Hold on.
Oh!
Wow.
Well,
Natural
Wow.
20, cocksuckers.
Wow.
Dude, I think it's our only one of the night too.
You
Yeah.
did it so badly, it went all the way around and got good again.
I did
You're
so
like-
bad, it got badder.
you're like the meme with the lady looking like this with all the math.
Yeah, just like
Yep. I just beautiful minded this
Yeah.
thing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And you're able to kind of steer the party in a direction where this thing's not going to go. So that leaves us. Good Lord. That leaves us with Bantra and Wild. Just don't give me any natural ones, and you guys
Great.
will be just fine.
All right, great. After old boy went all goodwill hunting over here.
Guys, we
All
should go this way.
Jesus. All right. Well, you know what? I guess in the interest of survival, I am actually going to stow all of my instruments, and I will use stealth to sneak our way out of here.
You need
Let's
like
see.
a band case of holding.
Yeah, that's
yes.
that's a 17 plus 3 for a dirty 20.
You
Solid.
technically get a +10 from mine still.
Yeah, for pass without
Pass without a
a trace,
trace.
for that particular skill.
Do we
Bantra,
need
what are
to
you
make a
doing?
skill check?
You're finishing the game up here, or finish this part of it up anyway.
Well, I was
I'm
gonna
tempted
stealth.
not to say anything because I'm afraid it'll get taken out of context.
Mhm.
Everything I say, I'm like, how is that dirty? Yep, it's dirty. That's straight up dirt.
There's only a few minutes left. Throw caution to the wind.
This
Dirt
is
in
a
the dirt.
piss covered
Yeah.
20.
She's like, I just yank it out and piss all over the ground.
Stealthily.
Gross.
Throwing scent off.
I was gonna stealth, and then the bard pulled out stealth.
You can
And I was
also
not-
stealth. You can
No, I
if you-
can't. He said I can't repeat
Yeah.
No,
skills.
you
No,
can't
you
repeat
can't.
what you did last
You
time.
can't repeat the
You
same one
wait.
you didn't.
Or
You,
skills.
Well, you did.
Oh, I can, but I can do stealth also.
Yes.
Oh,
You should make it different somehow. Make it fun.
Piss on it.
I did stealth really, really well, so I also got a natural 20.
Oh,
oh,
Nice.
you gotta tell me what you did to stealth really well.
How did you stealth well?
I
So sweetly.
Did you
want to
ride on
think-
John Cena's shoulders without him knowing?
Yeah, I want to think I snuck into someone's backpack.
Done. That'd probably be mine. I'd be
Yeah.
the least likely to understand it.
Or into that cultist robe. Either way,
No.
whatever works for you.
Ugh.
So you're able to avoid old gem crust and get back to the wall. The rest of your trip is pretty quiet, and you reach Rustwell Keep with your one cultist in tow, but all the information out of Batu's journal. Anything you want to do as we finish things up?
Is there anyone in town that could either do for me or assist me in identifying what these things that I've picked up out of this box are?
Yes. Actually, there is a mage in town who's got a decent relationship with your guild. put it that
Fantastic.
way. They will do it for, let me grab my, got into the wrong folder. This is what happens when I don't think anyone's ever going to ask me a question like that, even though I have pages upon pages of stupid notes. Over prep.
That's how it always goes, isn't it? As the DM, just you do a bunch of work and then somebody decides to go to and play the one place you didn't think about, and then
No, I want to follow that goblin. What's his name? Gerald.
yeah.
All right,
Peter,
now on. Gerald is my boy. Gerald's not
Stan,
getting tight.
Goblin.
Whereas Batu had like 10 pages of backstory. Now we're gonna leave her.
Right.
Yeah, poor Batu.
got a whole journal about her life and everything. That now in our possession.
Yeah.
And she got
You
8.
you go to see Ciderin, who is a robed individual wearing a mask. They're the head of the Sarun Guild in town, which is generally a bunch of folks who come in and kind of learn magic from this instructor. He makes an agreement with you, or I should say you can't tell the gender. They also talk like Bane, because
Oh yeah.
oh,
This is a very interesting equipment you've brought me.
Wondering what would come first, the necklace or the boomerang?
Now apparently Citrin kind of talks a little like Dusty Rhodes there.
Yes, baby.
What do you got for me,
Yeah.
baby? Let me see that necklace, Daddy. Oh, that necklace isn't for you, Daddy. That necklace for somebody else.
The boomerang will come back to you whenever you need it, Daddy. It's hard times out there, hard times.
The necklace is for the bull of the woods. So, Citrin tells you that he will identify your bounty, but he wants something in return. He doesn't want gold, or they don't want gold.
What is
They
what
want
is
the
it they want?
cultist.
I offer them the skin of this cultist.
Citrin is intrigued by that, but it's like, I can get skin of a cultist pretty much anywhere.
Oh,
This
Wow.
is fresh. Like, this is organic. Like, you can't.
This is
No,
farm to
I'll
table.
do it. I'll do it in front of you.
Boy,
Um,
that could have a lot of meanings too.
they
It's still alive, so like it's not that weird.
yeah.
Right.
I hope to see my mini children after my quest is done.
yeah,
God damn it. Chat killing it all night.
yeah.
Also,
Good.
everyone wants to know about your dog, Zane.
We'll
Yeah,
talk about it in the
doggy.
end. We'll talk
Okay.
about it in the end. I'm severely surprised that she has not done this prior, because she is a separation anxiety puppy and like will just does not give a shit about anything going on in the real world.
Aw.
And will just sit down and put her face in mine.
It's beautiful.
This masked wizard wants you to go and either find or make some rage drake corpses, but he needs particular ones. They have to have this particular affliction, and he kind of shows you a drawing that he's done very, very much in the Vitruvian Man style, except for it's a drake, and they've got these odd crystalline pustules coming out of them.
Hey, what's this to fight a drake with an STD?
Yeah, he needs those crystals. Also, he'll pay you 100 gold per corpse.
And you'll identify whatever I want.
Yeah, for that, I'll as a show of good faith, all you need to do is sign this agreement that you're going to do that, and I'll identify all those for free.
Oh boy!
With your blood.
No, not with your
those
blood.
drakes are going to give us their STD.
Okay, because I've also got
So this would be preemptively taking a job for another session.
that's
Okay, so this doesn't affect us today.
No.
I'll agree to that, but I also have a handful of books from my last trip beyond the wall here. So what I will do is I'll say I'll agree to that if we can also identify these books, and I know some of them are magical. I will offer you one of them that we can agree upon in exchange.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's go through the items really quick so you know what you're getting.
Agreed, chat. Agreed.
Yeah. Chad is on fire tonight.
My name is Tiled Wibble.
Tiled Wibble.
That's right. That's right. Real quick. How do you spell knuckle stamp? Is that?
Griffin McElroy.
Pepe Sylvia.
Sprite Pepsi. And I'm abstinence for life. So the belt is a belt of returning.
Cool.
You can slot 3 items in it, and whenever you throw them or fire them, they will return.
Hey,
Wow.
javelin.
Yeah, javelin. Yeah, it would work.
A healing potion if you throw it at the person you're trying to heal that is not yourself.
I was gonna say, will they regenerate if destroyed?
If they're consumable goods, yes.
Hell yes. Looks to me like I've got a fucking beltlet of fire grenades.
Someone in chat just put it in there.
Oh, I'm fucking...
No, I meant like if they're consumable goods, they will not return.
Oh,
okay.
It's like,
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be real broken.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
no shit. I was
God.
about to say, like, I think we just became the best level 1, level 2
Yeah.
crew of all time.
Everyone just stand back, let Wild
Yeah.
chuck bombs at everybody. We'll
What
just
do you-
stand back and give them ratings.
Yeah, nobody talking about. It's gonna be every turn is gonna be the exact same.
Yep.
What can
I hold
do?
my turn for a while.
I'm gonna
Hold my turn for applause.
throwing
Yeah.
fire.
the boomerang is Shay's boomerang.
That's my boomerang.
So what happens with this is it's a normal boomerang. You throw it, and it will always return to you. Sometime in the next 20 hours.
Oh, geez.
So it's a lazy boomerang.
That's random.
So you just throw it and it goes and does its thing, and then it just keeps going. And then sometime in the next 20 hours it shows back up.
It just randomly kills other people.
Yes.
What would happen if you
SHAY?
tied a rope to it?
SHAY, named after Mike Shea.
Shay's blue boomerang.
The Mick's biggest knife.
Yeah.
It is a +1 to hit, a +1 to damage, and a +1 to intimidation.
Ooh.
So this dagger will grow to be slightly larger than anyone else's dagger in the room.
Yeah.
But on a failed intimidation check, the knife will turn into a spoon until dawn.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
When this knife is used successfully, the voices of everyone killed by this knife whisper in unison, "This knife is knife."
I would like that one, please.
Chat. So it's a grower, not a shower.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
This
Because
is
I have
Sounds
a
like it's
+6
both.
intimidation. I just want that to go
my
so horribly
God.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like just trying to intimidate somebody and it's always a spoon every time.
But you hit like a 20 and you pop them on the forehead so hard that it's all right, dude. I got you. I'll tell you what's up.
I tried to put it all in the chat, but I don't think it's...
And there was the necklace of teeth.
Yeah, there's
too,
a necklace
right?
of teeth.
Necklace of Hausen. It's a necklace with 2d20 teeth, where each time one of those teeth is thrown into dirt, it spawns one denticle. And a denticle is this creepy little undead tooth monster.
Oh,
Ugh.
It'll do your bidding of the person wearing the necklace until it's destroyed. This necklace can also be renewed with the teeth of individuals who are killed by the person wearing the necklace, but it takes a ritual to do so. Also, whenever you're wearing the necklace, you visually appear to be undead.
That's kind of neat.
That's pretty
that
cool.
is actually interesting.
So ritual, would you need to have some sort of arcane ability to do that, or like what does
You just
ritual
need to
mean
have,
in this?
yeah, just
Like
have
an
the
attunement
component
more
for
so,
it.
or
Yeah.
okay.
Is that everything?
Yeah, because I think we figured out what all the potions did, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What were the orbs? Were those those were the potions that we didn't know?
They were able to identify all of them.
Okay.
I've also got from
Oh,
from
and the
last.
bear, did you guys want to know the bugbear trap?
The
You
owl
have
bears.
one.
My
When
Oh, and
you-
the owls, yeah.
If
Oh,
you
my
hit somebody
owls,
with
my
it,
boys.
you hit somebody with it, it basically enchants them with hold person one time a day, and then the wisdom save is 15.
Okay.
So it's a pretty good.
So I guess I've got that in my inventory. Is that an item that I can add to something? Or what should I call that?
Bugbear trap. Just
Okay.
I
Oh,
put
no.
everything in chat.
They're all starving and dying of thirst.
Yep.
The fuck, homie! Jesus Christ! All right,
Well,
So
they've
you
been
have
in there
to like
for a
nurse
while,
them back to
asleep.
all right,
health.
all right. No, I'm gonna feed these. I'm gonna feed these little idiots. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with them, but
Say if you don't feed them, I will.
no, I
Behind your
got it.
back.
No, I got it.
I would like to train one and raise one to be my war mount that I can throw lightning
They're
from.
They're
pygmies.
pygmy owl
They'll
bears.
only get as big as like a Great Dane.
I will still want to do it.
It's still big.
Well, like I'm gonna like for right now. I'm just gonna like.
I'm a very scrawny
could ride
human,
into
okay?
battle.
I have a -1 to my strength.
You're like doing this like I need this. My life is so bad. I need this.
For right now, I'm just going to give them some food and water and make sure that they're all right. We're not gonna decide the fate of these things just yet. I mean, shit.
I'm going to the blacksmith to commission suits of armor to be made.
Well, you do what
Okay.
you gotta
Like give
do.
it like I don't know. I don't really know how fast these things grow, so I don't know. Maybe give it like a year and see how it goes. But I think these things we're gonna really make good use of these.
If you need help with them, let me know. I got animal friendship. I can make you guys friends.
And so from last time, these books that I have too. I have 6 that were of interest that I'm not sure if they were magical, and 3 that definitely were that I don't know what the heck they do. And then a book of raising boulettes, which I should probably spend some time studying now.
All right.
Yep.
So let's roll up some random books, huh?
God, this whole career trajectory has just changed to be like a fucking handler of weird ass animals. I don't understand pygmy owlbears and boulettes.
Chris, are you keeping the necklace of teeth, or did someone take the necklace of teeth?
Nobody. I still have all of these things in my possession. I don't have any plans for the necklace of teeth.
I would have tag team partners and a trios partner with the necklace of teeth.
It's funny. It's funny because my initial thought was like, sweet, I can make my own crowd.
Yeah,
for
that's cool too.
For my performances, but the looking undead part really does kind of like negatively impact my stage presence. So
would that take away from like your appearance to everyone? Like if we were trying to talk to somebody, would you get disadvantage with?
You'll look like an undead. So if someone just sees you, you look, and I'll let you choose like how you look like an undead. You look like a corporal undead. But like if I'm a paladin, if I'm a paladin or a cleric, and I detect undead, you don't come across as undead.
Because I was gonna be, man. You know what'd be fucking sweet is just to have that on and just look like a fucking sick ass ghost.
You would just look like one of the guys from the Misfits.
Yes.
I mean, in your case, you're fucking Doyle, right? You're just
Yeah,
this
so I would
fucking-
just. Mine would be used for intimidation. I would assume I'd get like an advantage in intimidation
I'd
if I looked
give you a bonus
undead.
for
But
that.
like,
Okay.
if I was trying to get some information out of somebody, they would not want to talk to me.
You'd look like a grosser version of Doyle. Yes.
Yeah,
I'd look like the Kiss Demon from WCW.
Yes. Dale, you're gonna Torberg it up.
You're just shitty Vampiro.
Watch your fucking mouth.
No. I'm saying
I'm
Vampiro.
kidding. No, I know.
Vampiro is sweet. You'd be shitty Vampiro.
Yeah.
It's the battle that no one wants to see. Dale Torborg versus Torog. All right, so let's roll up some books here. So why don't we do the 6 books that we are pretty sure aren't magic? Well, give me some percentage rolls here.
Okay, let's see. So where's my dice? Here we go. All right, so the first one is 75.
Ooh, interesting. Did it not? Oh, come on, guy. All right, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay.
It's the Summoning of Dragons.
Ooh.
Okay, Celestial's Guide to the methods of
Okay.
calling the first ones.
Great. Let's see. The next roll is gross. No, not that again. So I gotta. $88.
This is the best. This is absolutely perfect.
Is it better than chat suggestion?
I'm no, I didn't see chat suggestion yet.
It's just 6 copies of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, yeah. I think this one's better. Called You and Evil, a promotional book from the Nine Hells.
All right.
Let's see here. Details most of the. Oh man, my typing's really bad tonight. Most of the pros and cons of working in the infernal realm. With useful notes on the gray areas. It does register as an infernal object.
Okay. Like that.
Is it written infernal?
No. It's written in the language that anyone who it's written in the reader's main language.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
You can't
All right.
can't recruit bad people if you make it incomprehensible.
I mean, you never know.
I do read deep speech anyway, so like, you know, I could probably suss it out. Let's see
Yeah.
here. What? Let me figure this out. So 61.
Okay, well, this is a cheat a little bit, and I'm doing this both for myself and for chat. You find
50 Shades Grey.
50 Shades. It's called Loflita, 50 Shades of Drow.
50 Shades of Drow. Good.
A part history and part fiction, or fan fiction, excuse me.
But it's based
Sorry,
on another series. It's based on a young adult fiction series about a vampire, right?
Well,
It
delightful.
also sparkles.
It's also, yes. Mainly those sparkles are from horrific torture.
Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, so next one is 31. then 26. I'm just gonna go.
So 31 is called Potatoes That Resemble Goblins. Pictorial.
Sounds
I love
awesome.
It's just drawings of potatoes that kind of look like goblins.
Hell yeah,
That's awesome.
fan,
I
big
think
fan.
Tybalt needs a
That's
pop.
like a coffee table book.
Yes.
This is great. I need a coffee table.
But are these
gotta be
potatoes
one
the
around the
same
guild
size as
somewhere.
goblins?
No, unfortunately, they're not.
The size of
What you said?
potatoes?
26 was your next one.
Yes, 26.
You might want to give this one to John. It's called Arg!
It's one of my favorite books.
Barbarian's Guide to
My
Clobbering My
favorite book.
Enemies.
Oh,
Barbarian's Guide to what?
Clobbering My Enemies.
It's inspirational.
it's good.
That's funny. That's good.
It's that time I read Triple H's book,
Oh, God.
and I wanted to work out and eat Wendy's triple cheeseburgers, which is essentially what the book is.
Really, the weirdest advice. Just like, hey, you can get Wendy's and take the buns off and eat them on the
That's-
road.
100% what the book is about.
Yep. Let's see. What was that? It was 26. The next one is 58.
Hold on, I gotta type it all in the chat here. I cannot type all of a sudden.
It's because everybody's watching you, looking, judging.
Look at the baby.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
Private eyes watching you.
It's even better.
Okay. You get one more, right?
Yeah, the last one is 58, right?
The Common Woman's Guide to Royalty.
It's a great read for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm liking this. Boy, you're gonna be a high class lady.
Raising pygmy
You can be anything you
owlbear.
want.
You're a mom now.
I'm doing one more trip beyond the wall to fuck these drakes up, and then I'm retiring, and I'm just going to be a cat mom. Apparently,
Just as the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain.
it's magical in that I have to balance it on my head properly for while I walk.
Nope.
Okay, so
But
we
in
had
reverse,
a
you get a really
couple.
bad Cockney accent.
I have a question, Ben, about the healing potions that I have.
Yeah.
You said I have 1d6. Do you want me to roll that, or have you already done that?
No, I always let you roll your others.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll do that right now. 1.
So the first magic book he's able to discern for you is called The Cantrip Berry Tales. It's just the book of cantrips.
Ooh, like that. Okay,
It's a good book.
mildly useful.
And it would help if I didn't type it as catnips.
Could be relevant. I'm surprised we haven't seen Alyssa's kitties.
They're very mad at me.
Oh, stop being mean
I-
to them.
I'm not supposed to be sitting here at this time.
Oh,
She peed on them also.
Don't get me started on the cats and the peeing. They also, everyone
have
in the
issues.
house. Yes.
Can I just have one grease grenade? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but
2, I
just
believe.
2? Okay. I guess I'd give one to anybody who wants one. I don't want to. We get all these items and then me not play for like a session or two. So if anybody wants one of my 2 grease grenades, raise your hand and you can have it.
Bantra, did you get anything?
No, but
There's 2 of the bugbear traps. I'm only going to take one of those. I don't want to like take all this stuff and then not play.
I don't think that a gnome wielding a bugbear trap
I kind of like it.
logistically
Yeah.
works. I feel like I would be in danger. Like it's my
Could be
size.
great.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, if there's a bugbear trap and a grease grenade that are up for grabs for anybody who wants them. So
All right. So your other books, your other two magic books are Mimicology. It's a book of illusion and transmutation spells that go up to 5th level. And then the last one is From Here to There, a book of transportation spells.
Neat.
That's cool.
Any other things that we needed to have identified?
Nothing for me.
All right. Well, first of all, I would tell everyone thank you. But secondly, I would tell everyone, let's go around the table, tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, and who you be with. Also, if you have merch or anything like that, please.
What do
This
you mean by
time-
who you be with?
Just something I've been saying since I was a kid.
Okay.
Come on,
Yeah, I'm Chris Orshow again, or Lucas Calhoun, or Wreck-It Ralph. You can find me sporadically on Twitter at that old juke joint. Slightly less sporadically on Instagram at Chris_Horror Show. I am truly, truly terrible at using social media though, so follow me at your own peril. Wrestling some these days. But right now, just in the process of moving. So that's pretty much where I'm at for the time being.
I'm Cassandra. I'm even worse at social media because you can't find me anywhere. Except for, I'll be here next week, Monday, to play in, are we doing Oops All Dragon next week? Or are we going
I don't
back
know.
to
We'll see what happens.
whatever?
It's either be Down Outlands or it's going to be Oops All
Yeah,
Dragons.
It'll be Oops All Dragons or it'll be Shitty Little Kids. So come on back. We specifically call ourselves Shitty Little Kids. We're Shitty Little Kids. It's great.
But you are all shitty little kids.
We are all Shitty Little Kids. We're like 10 and 12. It's great.
I'm Elyssa, and you can find me right here in this chair.
Whenever she volunteers,
hmm
or I guilt you into it.
Maybe at Extra Life this year?
Yeah, I'll be at Extra Life.
I saw her on the spreadsheet as a player.
I'll be E@.
It's all digital.
Mhm.
I am Zane Riley. You can find me on Facebook at Zane Riley because that's my real name. I'm not creative as a wrestler. You can find me on Instagram at IAW Zane Riley. Again, not creative. And then you can find me on Twitter at ZaneXCore, ZAX Core, because I was a hardcore kid when I made Twitter. You can watch, please, the first 2 seasons of Heels on Stars, because I get a lot of residual money for that, and that's fantastic. And episodes 6 and 9 of Righteous Gemstone season 2, because I also get money for that. Yeah, do all that, and it's cool.
nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm Mike. Then I'm not on social media, and I don't have any merchandise. So you can't find either of those things, unfortunately for you.
Aren't you doing so? Are you on Twitch, Mike?
No, and I mean, I it's one of those things where like I'm not right now is not feasible, but eventually I'll be back on that at some point in the, I don't know, next year at some time.
It's fair. I'm your King Ginger. Tomorrow night, I will be on Heel Turn Radio channel as well as Dave Wonder channel for Tiny Ming. I don't really have anything I'm working on that show, so maybe I'll just paint some minis. Otherwise, I might just, cause havoc. Thursday, first ever episode of Spoopy Boys. We're going to talk about horror stuff because it's spoopy season. And we're going to talk about film, books, comics, whatever our suggestions are. So I know a couple people who, the one and only Big Barsman will be on, aka referee Clark Feldman.
Yeah.
And I know Colin from our first episode of Chaos Scars coming on as well, as he's a big horror guy. I'm still open to anyone else that wants to join and talk about spoopy stuff. Friday is bad at games. I don't know what I'm playing. I have no idea. It'll probably be something, and I'll be real bad at it. That's the show.
That's the fun of it.
That's the show. Then Sunday morning, it's prep school, prepping for Extra Life for the D&D Open that Beard and I are going to run. It'll be a competitive 3 sessions of Dungeons and Dragons, kind of in the old tournament style, and someone can definitively walk away saying, I won D&D after that's over. So
There's too much power to give someone, I think.
so or invite.
Right here.
You'll finally
Right
be able
here.
to stop bitching about not winning D&D. All right. So I will want to say thank you to everybody in chat. Thank you to the chat on Sunday who helped come up with a bunch of wild stuff, because I want to point out you guys picked the same job that they did last month, and I just forgot to pull it off there. It was just put on there by a different NPC. So Sunday I was in a panic because I realized that and was like, oh, fuck, we're going to do Jaws instead. Jaws/Tremors. Because I got real freaked out. So they helped me come up with magic items and a little bit of the plot beats. And thank you, of course, to all the players. You guys rule. It was a blast. And like I said, I try to ask people to take a month off, and then you're always welcome back. You can play every other month as far as I'm concerned. Just make sure you're one of the first people to put your names in the hat. And Wild and Dianthus, you're 1 adventure away from leveling. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, thank you very much. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Monday night, and I'm going to go eat some fucking ice cream. Bye-bye.